Wow.
Hello.
Hello. You didn't hear that at all.
Barely. I heard like the little bit of the explosion. I got like a note here or there, but almost silence. Almost complete silence.
Strange.
How about you, viewers at home? Were you able to hear that beautiful theme song?
Let us know. Sound off in the chat. Let us know if you heard that theme song.
You're kind of doing like it's like a Casey Kasem, but he also smokes.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I was going for. But
America's Top 40.
Welcome. I'm here. I've got to tell you what. Last time I heard that song, I was in a literal pool of liquor, and I was diving in. I'll tell you what right now. That's him after he's just done Pool Full of Liquor, that song from Kendrick Lamar off of Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh yes, that makes sense.
Not good.
I thought it was just Casey Kasem deep in his drinking, in his
Oh,
addiction.
I am. But it's a many layer of a thing going on here. I heard the prep music.
Now I'm going to list my top 40 vices.
The top 40 vices.
Number 1, pills.
Oh boy, that's starting off strong.
Yeah, we start off strong. That's number 1 though, you know.
Number 1, that is fair. That
You
is,
usually don't start with 1, right? You count down, I guess. You start.
Yeah, that's a bad host. He's not Casey Kasem. He's
Everything else is going to be less of, building no suspense here.
Yep. Next up, gambling. Not as crazy of a revelation as the pills, but stick with me here.
I started with the big one, folks.
Third,
They're all going to get less.
soap operas. I'm a big fan.
I watched too many of the thing.
I watch too much.
And
I
finally, my 40th vice, I care too much,
I can't
Work too hard.
I work too hard, I just I keep putting in those extra hours at work. They say I'm a real keystone of the team, they say.
Reach the resume level problem.
That's
Where
right.
they're actually, you see, it's a little trick because they're actually positive if you look closely.
Except
Really
the pills.
think about it.
And that one's
Except the pills.
definitely bad.
And they are my biggest vice. I love the things.
I just keep on swallowing them. Folks, we were
Uppers, downers.
asking if the song you
Sorry.
heard was the theme song of the show, not the prep music, but the intro song, like the da 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 da. Because if you didn't hear that, that would be weird if there was just like a minute of silence where a theme song should be.
Maybe that is the case. Maybe that's but if that's true, then that's been going on a while.
Yes. Lotus Clock says a few weeks ago he learned that Brandon learned to draw because he kept having all these silly ideas in his head and wanted to see what they'd look like. We need more DrawBomb lore.
Oh.
Wow. It's interesting when your life is called lore,
It's all lore.
It's
Right?
all lore.
It's the extended universe.
Yeah. Hold on. Everyone's not sure if they heard the theme song. Okay, we're gonna go back for a sec, real quick. So, folks, that there is that's the theme song. Did you hear that? Just out of curiosity.
Hey, did you hear that? Nothing? You're like, I don't know if I heard it. I don't know what it is.
I think I've heard this somewhere before, says Gianna. Okay, so like when you say somewhere before, you mean like 3 minutes ago.
They're all being kind of vague with us.
We heard a song. I don't know if that
They're
was
like,
the theme
yes,
song. though.
noise. I've heard noise at time.
We heard a song. As far as I'm concerned, the theme song is the one that goes "DrawBomb is recorded live." In front of, no, that's the end song. That's the That's the outro song.
They're not giving us answers. They're toying with it.
Oh my God, we need an engineer. Oh boy, that was the joke. Okay. No, I know. I understand. What does that emoticon say? Kappa? What is it? What is that? Is Kappa? Is Kappa? Meaning goofing?
Sarcasm emote?
Yeah, I'm not like into the Twitch emote lore as much as
I don't know the Twitch lore.
Yeah,
I only know the
Twitch
DrawBomb lore.
I only know my lore. You know your lore, I know my lore.
I lore. Sarcasm. Okay. Good to know.
Okay, yeah, the kappa is typically used for sarcasm. Okay, I wasn't sure. So you guys heard the theme song. Is I think what we're getting at here.
I'm still not sure.
I'm not totally
gonna,
100% certain, but I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna move on.
I'll have to watch it back at the end.
Gianna has Catpa on her channel, which is the same emote, but with a cat, and I like it. That's fun.
I do like that. Good.
I like that emote.
That's a good emote.
That's a good emote right there. Manny F says, I've never heard music once before in my life. Well, buddy, if I got something to show you.
I've talked about this on the show before, but I have to talk about it now because Matt saying that reminded me of this. I was working at this bar one time, and I worked there more than one time, but I was working there one of the times during the time that I worked there, and the bartender was just like this very like hipster, gets thrown around a lot, but he was like the type where he was like constantly letting you know like how he didn't know about things existing because he's too like,
oh, I don't know about that.
know.
It's too mainstream.
Yeah, he's just not, he doesn't have time in his world for that thing that everybody else knows about, so he's never heard of it.
I've never watched Game of Thrones, but have you ever seen Spoogelboggin?
Yeah, basically. Anyways, we were Bob Seger was playing at the giant stadium right next to the bar, like literally like the line is passing past the bar to get in. Yeah. And he's like, Bob Seger? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually heard any Bob Seger. And I'm like, fuck you. Right? Yes, you have. You're like, even if you tried not to hear it, there's no way I don't believe you. You're lying. Yeah. Have you ever seen a movie or have you turned your TV on ever in your life? Because they license his music for everything. Have you ever seen a commercial about a truck? Have you ever seen like, yeah, I don't know. I was mad.
Here's the thing.
You're lying.
I've been before, like, I don't know if I've ever heard songs by that person, but that's just because I don't, like, I hear songs and I don't realize, like, oh, that's by, like, I didn't realize, like, half the music I've heard on the radio was, like, the Electric Light Orchestra until I think you showed me.
That's fair.
But, yeah. Like, I wouldn't be confident about my ignorance about it. I would be like, huh? What?
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's probably what it was. I'm probably, you're right. You're right. It wasn't interesting or fun.
No, that was a fine story.
I know, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I don't know. It made me mad because I'm like,
that would piss me off.
Come on, man. You do. I guarantee some of his songs are living in your head right now.
I've never listened to Todd Rundgren.
That one, I think most people would agree with you. They'd probably be wrong also, but they wouldn't. He's not a household name as much, I don't think.
They would be incorrect. Oh, what the hell? I thought I turned Nightbot on. That's a disappointment.
We killed Nightbot.
I know, but I went when I was unbanning that one dude. I also turned Nightbot back on, but I guess it didn't take.
Good job, Nightbot, sticking up for yourself after we wronged you. They're like, no, thank you. I have moved on to bigger and better things. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
It's very rude what we did to Nightbot.
More like might not be on bot. More like spite bot.
There you go.
Yeah, jeez.
It is Spitebot.
Spite bot indeed. What are you drawing, by the way?
I don't know. The guy doing like a flying kick, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I was just playing Oblivion, and I'm doing a guy that's all. Some of the chat were there, but I'm going fisticuffs, and I did a flying move off the top of a stairwell where I shot a fireball into a guy's face, and I started wailing on him, and it felt very fun and cool. And now I'm still thinking about it. I'm still living in that moment.
Oh yeah, you got Oblivion syndrome. After you start playing Oblivion, you just can't think about anything but playing Oblivion for a little while after. That's how I felt when I first played it. I mean, back when I played it back when it first came out.
So did I.
And you did too. But is there anything that's like very different about it? Like, is it kind of a new experience, or is it basically just kind of like reliving Oblivion again, but with some way better graphics?
So it is reliving Oblivion with way better graphics. They've reworked a few of the like mechanics and things, but overall they tried to keep it pretty similar. But I will say, like, as much as that game was like very much like a big, I don't know, big for me, like it was one of the first games of its type that I played. It was it was my first entry into Elder
Scrolls,
Bethesda game, like Bethesda RPGs. No, I hadn't even played Fallout yet.
Oh, right. Right. Well, I don't think Fallout had come out by the time Oblivion was out. Did it?
Really? I feel like 3 was out at that point.
I guess, yeah,
maybe
probably.
Not.
I think Oblivion was 2007, and I think Fallout was 2006. So I think you're right.
Okay. But either way, that was like my first entry, even into games of its type. So it kind of was like, I don't know, you had to. So many games around that era were like telling you like, oh, all your choices they all have impact, but it kind of wasn't true about most of them. Yeah. And that one was the first one where I was like actually like making choices and stuff, and I don't know, just having kind of free reign of an open world, and it was just kind of the first of its kind for me. But I don't remember that much of it. I remember like the main beats, but I just, so it's kind of fresh for me in that way too, because I just really don't remember a ton of it.
I remember Oblivion pretty dang well, I think. I also 100%ed it. So I mean,
not too long ago, right? Or was that back when it was?
That was back when it first came out. I would say I 100%ed it in college. Like, I remember I was probably a sophomore in college, and I was playing through Oblivion, and that was my run where I 100%ed it. I beat the main campaign. I did all the side quests. I went to like every cave.
Yeah. I would have played it first when I was in high school. It was the first game I got for my PlayStation 3 when I just got it, so that would have been like probably like 2007.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Maybe.
Sounds about right.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it's a good game.
But yeah, pretty cool. I don't know. It looks really nice now.
Yep. I hope they. I mean, it would be. Sorry, go ahead.
I always kind of have that like feeling of like, should I replay Skyrim again? But that one, I've just like, it's been re-released so many times, and it's still like so fresh that this one's kind of a more fun one to replay because it's a little more like new to me again. I don't really remember it that well.
I like the shrine dungeons. Those are a lot of fun and are aesthetically pretty cool. I feel like in Oblivion, I especially felt like I would travel to the end of a dungeon or something like that, and there'd be some sort of like world building of inside the dungeon. At least like there's a lot of those where like you'd find like a little story that happened in this cave here or there or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Oblivion. I would love for them to make a redo of Morrowind. I don't know how they would. I could, if they were to like take the engine that they made this Oblivion remaster and put it into Morrowind, I think that'd be pretty sick. There is the like NVIDIA RTX sort of remaster for Morrowind, which, you know, does a lot for the visuals, but it is a very dated game. I guess I'm just a big fan of like the setting and like the memories I had of that game, and that sort of
yeah,
colors my perspective.
I never
on
played
it.
Morrowind, but when I hear you and like Austin and some of our other friends talk about it, you all like have it has a very special place in all your hearts, and like I would love to try it, but I also don't know if I have the. I sometimes struggle to go back and replay like some outdated games that are like 3D outdated games.
Yeah,
because they don't really flow well. It's a me problem, but
yeah. Well, Austin has a hard time playing old games too, though he makes an exception for Morrowind. But I just, I guess since I've been a little gamer, gaming since the NES, or since we had an NES at least, I'm just used to playing fucking dated ass games. Like I don't know. There's no game that's too
why I say
dated for me, I would say.
That's why I said 3D though. Like there's, I can definitely go back and play like something that's like original Nintendo.
Right.
And if the controls feel like tight and everything like that, no problem. It's something about like when they're figuring out new systems. It's like an in-between phase when they were like going from 2D to 3D, that things got a little janky, and it's kind of a little bit hard to go back to some of those.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
Like I think if I tried to go back and play like Jet Moto right now, I think I'd have a seizure and die.
I will say,
even though I played a lot of it.
Jet Set Radio, the original, I have that on my Steam library, and that game is real tough to control, and they did not do anything to improve those jankness of it for the sort of like PC re-release. So it's tough to play.
Yeah.
It's tough to play.
But yeah, I think that's why you can always go back to like a Super Nintendo game or Sega game that's like well made, because the controls are good and it feels tight and it's timeless in that way. But when you're getting to that part where they're like, hey, we just added analog sticks to the controller, so now we're going to try some new stuff, like feels weird to go back to those.
True. I still do pretty well, but it's tougher for sure, especially because like they really didn't know how to navigate that 3D space and camera controls. Ooh, man.
Camera's a big part of it.
When you think about how the C buttons on a Nintendo 64 controller were essentially supposed to be for camera controls, that's why they call them the C buttons, and like they sucked, man. Like they were just basically trying to do a second analog stick without having a second analog stick. And it sucked.
Yeah.
The worst part about Mario 64 is
know.
that the camera is ass in that game.
Yeah, it's like even that one, like Nintendo, like they got their platforming controls down pretty well, but the camera is kind of the final boss of the game. It's just really the camera.
Is. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Morrowind's still good. It's jank in a lot of ways, but I think the ways that it's like old and outdated graphics are like workable. You know, I think.
Yeah.
I just noticed their border's a little wacky. No.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've never even tried, so like I can't say that it's like not playable for me. Right? I should give it a try.
Yeah. It's worth a shot. Like the main thing you have to get used to is the fact that one, they don't point arrows over what you're supposed to like go to.
I'm okay with that.
You just have to like kind of learn, like to follow directions, which I really like actually about it.
Yeah, I loved that about Elden Ring.
Yeah, and there's
kind
no
of
real
made it way more immersive.
Yeah. There's no real journal system. You do have a journal that you can go back and read entries and kind of keep track of quests, but like they don't have like a active quests, completed quests sort of system going on.
I don't mind that as long as like the rest is put together in a good way where it doesn't feel like you have to look things up and you can actually figure it out if you pay attention.
Yeah. I think the main thing that people have a hard time with is that all of the attack rolls are dice swings. So like you'll go like
remember hearing about that.
and like you'll hit like once every 10 swings. And the thing is, like, once you level up your sword to like 10 experience, like 10 levels or something like that, that goes away.
Yeah.
Then it's just like a normal ass game.
That's a problem I kind of have with WoW when I've been playing that. It's like the actual like hits and blocks and dodges and stuff. None of that's real. It's more so like the animation is just letting you know that you're attacking.
Yeah.
When your sword swings in the game is not when you actually hit and things like that. And I don't really like that.
I don't. Yeah, I feel that.
But you know, different era.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, big grumpy guy. No, just what to draw says. Lotus referring to the draw along. Matty F said, oh, he's gonna make a highlight of I think us talk about Nightbot. Leviathan Dunn says he remembers me playing Oblivion on our Dell XPS desktop. I did back when I first got Oblivion. I couldn't get the frame rate to go above 10 frames per second, but I played the game for hours at 10 frames per second. Oftentimes much lower.
You gotta work with what you got.
Had to work with what I had, and it sucked, but I dealt with it for a very long time. And
you didn't know that it sucked yet, or did you know that?
Oh, I 100%
like,
knew it sucked. Yeah, no, I knew it sucked. Gianna says, okay, but for like, I actually specifically like I made a deal with my dad. If I got straight A's that whole year, I would get a new graphics card, and I did, and we got one. So,
wow.
Gianna says, okay, but Banjo-Kazooie, specifically having the C buttons rather than a second analog stick is better. If you so much as slightly tilt in the wrong way, it ruins Kazooie's moveset. I could see that. I feel like you could make the second analog stick still work better, though. I feel like you could make that happen, but I'm not sure, because no one's done it. Says, nah, the fireball and leap, that was a moment. Wow, wait.
It was a moment.
It's
felt alive.
Because he's talking about the fireball and leap. You talked about that a couple minutes ago, right?
No, it looks like, I think because my drawing is kind of, he's got a fireball in his hand and he's leaping.
Okay, okay.
I'm watching the stream, and at least for me, it looks pretty up to date.
Okay. Oh, she's okay. Yeah, and Gianna just replied, I think, to me, so I think we're up to date. Because she said, maybe I just suck at Banjo-Kazooie. Haha. I can't beat Grunty on the Switch because I keep screwing up the C stick. That's fair. That's fair. And I will say we are like our bar is green on the streaming thing, so I feel
Hell
like whatever settings I did might have been good things I did, which would be cool.
Great job.
Hey, Tim and Eric. Show.
Oh yeah, I added. I'm gonna do it real quick, but I added a sound reward to our thing.
Oh yeah, nice.
That people can do.
Oh, weird. What? Not what that's.
Did not work.
Happen. Well, no. Instead, it played like a sound alert, but it didn't play a great job. It played like a Twitch alert saying, "Hey, somebody just redeemed a channel point," instead of actually playing.
That's weird.
Yeah, so that's something we have to like really have a sit down one of these days and just.
Interesting. I had it working on my end. Well,
That's nice.
I'll play it since.
Disappointed!
I did that, Matt, because it didn't work. But I don't know what's going on. It works when I stream. What's going on over there for you?
Dog, my whole thing is fucked, dude. I also haven't set up.
What, your
sound
computer
alerts.
break or something?
I don't have sound alerts set up for.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah.
Good thing I drew attention to it. Now everybody's using them.
I'm really glad. I actually had. I forgot that.
I
sound
didn't know.
alerts
I didn't
wasn't
know.
set
I'm so
up.
sorry.
Gosh. Jeez.
Write it down. Add it to the list.
Yeah, no, there's a million things. I can't figure out why you can't hear the sounds. Like it used to work before.
It did used to work
Everything
before
went boop.
the dark time.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't
at all.
know.
Me
I don't know.
Me no no.
Hey, if you guys want to see the stream that works, come on over on Tuesdays for the working DrawBomb stream. That's the one where I'm in charge, where I'm running, pulling all the strings, and everything works.
Oh, how the mighty
Fine.
have fallen.
I say that, and then I'm like, by the way, we will not be streaming tomorrow
Yeah,
because
we're
I
not.
canceled.
Yeah, you canceled tomorrow's stream.
Look, my sisters are in town. I never get to see them, so I'm gonna go hang out. Oh, now you're silent.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, now I hear you again.
Speak of the devil. You cut out and then I cut out. It
Oh
did it
my
again.
gosh.
It did it again.
We're being silenced. Are we being canceled?
We're being canceled right now. And
canceled?
also, how ironic we're talking about the sound settings as all this goes on. Why is that happening? It only happens when I stream though. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I need to get a new computer, man. I don't fucking know anymore. I can't make anything work.
Just gotta start from scratch with a new one. Oh no, now your own Wilson thing is broken. It just keeps going.
Donation drive for new computer. Everything's computer. We all computer. I computer. You computer.
We did that for you once.
We did
right?
actually. That's how we got us to this computer.
This computer was bought from Twitch. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
You didn't hear that, did you?
I did hear that one.
Oh, you did? You heard?
Wow.
Yes.
That's quiet. That one's a quiet one.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know why it works or doesn't work.
Man.
This my DrawBomb guy has some like, I mean, I guess he's shooting a fireball. That's not really, but he has some Ninja Turtle energy. Wonder, you know,
Does.
maybe we
He's very
should
Ninja Turtle coded.
we'll call it bomb guy sewer, younger sewer bomb guy fighters. How about that?
Bomb guy, sewer, knife guy, fighters.
We got something here, I think. You know, we can make
On it.
a bunch of comics that no one's read, and then 13 TV shows and some movies.
Perfect. And the movies and TV shows will really pop off somewhat.
Yeah, Justin, for their time and place, they will really pop off. But the fan bases of each individual series, never the twain shall meet.
Exactly. When you said the comic that nobody reads, at first I thought you were talking about us. And then I was like, oh, wait.
I mean, people have probably read Ninja Turtles, but I feel like the majority of Ninja Turtle fans have not read the comics.
Yeah, because most people aren't aware that like the comic is like super violent and bloody and shit.
Yeah.
They mostly know Ninja Turtles through the TV show.
I know it from the 90s cartoon in the movies were my entryway.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're still making new shows and new movies like now.
That's right. They just made a new movie like last year, right? You watched it.
It was a
on
few
the
years ago
plane.
now.
Was it a few
But
years
yes.
ago? The Ninja Turtles like
I think
weird
so.
DreamWorks movie? I feel like that was super duper recent. Like
So what plane did I watch? When's the last time I was even on a plane? It had to have at least been 2 years ago.
it was 2 years ago, 2023.
Yeah, there you go.
Bada bing. Well, it's good to know. I know Ninja Turtles through the pinball machine, says Matty F.
Hell
Also-
yeah, I want to. Sorry, go ahead.
No. You go first.
I want to buy a pinball machine. I just want one. I know they're kind of expensive, but I just want one that I can just like put in my garage or basement and just like get really good at it.
I want that Sopranos one because
Man.
it has that fish that goes, here we go.
They put a meme inside the pinball machine. It was awesome.
It was great.
I want that as well, actually. So I'm assuming the fish is supposed to be like a sleep with the fishes thing. I don't know why there'd be just a bass in there.
I mean, I think he starts to have a mental breakdown at some point in the show, and maybe sees a fish talk to him. I'm not sure.
Is that true? Lotus Clock says stream crashed. I don't know. Did
I
it?
think it did a little bit. My kbps turned to 0 for a hot second there, and it looks like it's equalizing.
Oh no.
Look, guys, I don't know what to tell you, man. Our internet's been bad. My computer's been bad. Welcome to this. This is a house of entropy. Welcome. Everything just slowly turns to dust.
You can watch it in real time.
Watch as my myself, I turn to dust and slowly fade.
Along with everything else.
Yes.
Soon we'll be saying the Ian's not working.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, he's doing that thing again.
Welcome to DrawBomb. The show.
He's doing his world famous Alan Rickman impression.
Shoot the glass.
Like I knew exactly what was gonna come out of your mouth. Ian, how's your week been?
That's been all right. I mean, I just been dealing with all this shit you guys have seen. I made some good progress in the blueprints the last 2 nights, which was pretty cool.
Cool. I saw a little bit of it. I think you've surpassed me now. I mean, I haven't played since like initially. But I got a little bit ahead of you, and now I think you're quite a bit past me, mostly.
I think so. I figured out why those paintings are like those drawings are in each room. I figured that out.
Yes, I saw that you did.
And I'm sorry that you came into my stream with that answered for you.
With what?
Well, did you have that already figured out when you came into the stream?
Oh, mostly. I figured out like I kind of figured out how it was put together, but I didn't get the whole thing. But it's okay. I think I've been consuming so much of it like on Twitch that I think I'm just kind of like I might be done playing, and I've just kind of been observing and watching you play and other people.
So you kind of had your.
So I think I might. I could still go back, but I think I'm just gonna instead watch other people kind of get there.
Okay,
I've been finding it to be satisfying as well, just to kind of enjoy it that way.
That's fair. That's fair. You're a pussy for that, but that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh man. You call me a yellow prince?
I am. You PP.
Oh.
No, but that's fine. Actually, that's totally fine. I've been enjoying the game. At first, I was worried I wouldn't be happy with the puzzles amount, but as I've been like kind of solving some things, some puzzles still just feel like you just have to get lucky and have RNG, and then you're like, oh hey. But they're like figuring out what to do with those sketches, and like knowing that those sketches have to go on the grid of the like that breakthrough moment was really satisfying. There's been a lot of like satisfying puzzle solving moments where I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I got that figured out.
And
So
also, if you're like, if you were at all feeling like the difficulty wasn't high enough on the puzzles, I saw a streamer who he's like on day like 80, and now his puzzle boxes have like 3 lines of text. All his like billiard room puzzles, they've added extra rings to the to the dartboard, and I'm like, oh god, like that. I don't like that. That's scary.
Incredible.
Like every day, what it's gonna get that much harder?
Well, it's every time you solve those.
Solve a whole ass word puzzle.
Every time you solve them, they get more complicated, supposedly. But I wasn't sure how complicated they got, because I've been solving the last few parlor room puzzle boxes like super easily.
Yeah, they apparently get pretty difficult.
Well, that's exciting.
Because I just popped in on somebody's stream, and it was like literally like the font was so tiny, and there's like 3 different lines of like what would normally be 1 clue. There was like 3 of them per box, and I'm like,
Wow.
Jesus, that's it's too much.
I'm excited for that.
Okay, good. Then you're the right guy for the game, because I would start to get annoyed. I'd be like, come on,
Oh, come on.
enough.
Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have that sound set up. Wait, give me a sec.
All right, I'll give you a second.
Wait.
Can't wait for this.
Yeah, just give me a sec. Hold on.
That'd be awesome.
It's gonna be so good.
Any second now.
It's gonna be so good.
Coming.
It's
Everybody.
It's on its way.
Everybody get ready.
Yeah, you get yourselves prepare.
Okay, I'm prepared. I'm ready.
Prepare. Wait, where is the file?
Any second now. It's gonna be awesome. It'll be great. Can't wait. Can't wait for it.
Where'd it go? Hold on.
It's gonna play any minute. Any second.
Where is the sound? It's you guys keep it's fine. Just keep going with it.
There's no way that it won't play now because we've built it up so much. It's gonna happen.
Yep, absolutely.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so good. You guys are gonna be fucking.
Not gonna be a big letdown.
Yep, not at all. You're gonna be like thrilled about the outcome of this.
Oh my god, I can't even remember what it was gonna be that was gonna happen now. So I'm so excited.
You guys fucking prepare yourselves. Are you ready for this?
Oh my god, I'm so ready.
You're so ready. I just gotta set the icon up now. Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I am so proud of you and you.
Keeps rolling out the hits. All right, settle down, everybody. It's enough. The crowd loves it.
Crowd loves it. Glad to hear it.
Mad Lad says, "Yeah." Leviathan Dead says, "Worth it." Matty F says, "Let's go."
Okay, guys.
This is a real
Daddy, chill.
hype situation.
Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
We have fun here. Anyways, welcome everybody. Good to see you all here. It's good to have everybody here. Wow.
Good to be here.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here. I need to make that daddy chill just a bit louder, actually.
Daddy, chill.
There we go.
What the hell is even that?
If you could see the icons for these buttons too, you would love them because they're pretty.
I feel like I know what they are, right? I can see the guy's face in my head.
Yeah, and I picked a great. I like actually went to the video and grabbed a screenshot, and I feel like the perfect frame. I got the perfect frame for it. Here, I'll just
Nice.
I'll just show you. I can do that with the technology.
Yeah, go ahead. Give us a little peek behind the curtain. Yeah, there they are. I love that his head's like cropped like that. That's fun.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Mad Lad has a follow-up interview tomorrow. That's great to hear.
Hey. Oh yeah, you're gonna kill it. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna be like,
well, I said that yesterday, and he said he's not gonna kill it because that would get him arrested instead of a job. And I think that's the good. That's smart to do.
Yeah, true.
hadn't considered
Murder
that.
is usually not like that impressive in the interview, unless the job entails murder.
Yeah,
go in there and tell them that your biggest weakness is that you work too hard and you care too much.
That's what. Yeah, I remember.
Tell them it's your top 40 weakness.
When I was asked what my weakness was, I prepared for this. When I was asked what my weakness was, and I was basically getting a sales gig, but also a like desk job, sort of like doing processing transactions for people, but also having to like sell products. And they're like, "What's your biggest weakness?" And I said, "I'd say my biggest weakness is I tend to dominate a conversation when I get really interested in something." And they were I could tell just by the look on their faces, they really loved that answer. So.
No, they like that one.
That's a free one for everybody out there. Well, because I'm a salesman, hey. So like if I'm a salesman and I tend to dominate a conversation when I'm excited about something, what that means is I'm saying I will get that sale.
Quit dominating this conversation, but you have sold me on it.
Hey,
what are you selling? I will buy it. What is it? What do you got?
A computer for me.
Shit. All right. Fuck. All right, you got me. All right. It's on its way.
All right, cool. Hell yeah. It works every time.
He's the best. That's why he's the best, folks.
That's right. That's why they paid me the big bucks.
Look, Call him Biff, because he's a salesman.
Oh, from what?
I don't know. Isn't
That's
that a
not-
guy?
That's not. No, Biff is from.
Traveling sales.
Oh, Gil from The Simpsons. Oh, Gil, he's
No.
got him again.
No, not Gil.
Are you thinking Death of a Salesman? Because that's Bill, I think. I believe his name is Bill.
I'm gonna say it's Biff.
You might be right. You might be right. I'm trying to remember the. We have to know this because if we're gonna do our Seinfeld.
But when you find
podcast-
out you're wrong, it's gonna really be the death of a salesman because you're going to die of embarrassment.
Let's see.
It better not be Bill, or I'm gonna.
It's Bill.
Really?
I mean Willie Loman, but Bill Loman is his name. It is
What?
Bill. So, Brandon, you have to know this information if you're gonna do a goddamn Seinfeld podcast, okay? You gotta know this.
It's Biff Loman.
I'm literally looking up a. I was looking up a Google result, and they were saying it's Bill. It's Willie Loman. Bill Loman.
Am I stuck in the alternate universe where where
Are we Mandelaing right now? Okay, so
I think
yeah.
so. It's Biff.
Okay, I'm going to the Wikipedia article. I'm not. The setting is the Loman home, and Willie Loman suddenly returns home from the middle of the night, exhausted after a failed business trip in Boston. Worried out over Willie's rapidly declining state of mind, the Wikipedia article is saying
He
Willie.
turns into Biff. He turns into Biff. That's the whole book.
What? Will complains their son
Biff is the catalyst for Will.
But wait, hold on.
We were both right.
Who is 34 years old and yet, but the salesman who dies is Bill. Biff is the son. The death of the aforementioned salesman who is deathed is Bill, Willie Loman. We are both correct though.
Daddy, chill.
Okay. Fine. We'll move on from that.
Leviathan Den says, wait, hold on. There's okay. Yeah, Gianna's talking about how her day went very well, which I'm very happy to hear. Because she also had her first day of her new job. Madeline said they might ask me to kill. What? They may ask me to kill.
Would you be willing to?
Would you do it?
Do you have what it takes?
And
Mad lad.
Leviathan Den says my go-to line is all my customers are happy with my service except the ones who aren't. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
It's a good one, yeah.
One time in
Actually accurate.
college, I was in the middle of one of those days where the whole first day of college, you just basically go to like get to know you. You read the like
orientation
syllabus,
stuff?
and then you have to like everybody has to like everyone say something interesting about themselves.
Yes.
And I said something interesting about me is that public speaking gives me diarrhea. Then I sat back down.
You should have said, may I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I gotta go, and then never come back to the class ever again.
Yeah, just leave.
It would have killed, but I would have wasted a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But can you really put a price on greatness?
I mean, it's like that scene in Seinfeld where George Costanza says the one funny line, makes everyone laugh, and then he just leaves the business meeting.
Drops the mic.
Yeah. But yeah. Mad Lad says, "Dang,
Like
Brandon,
how,
I didn't realize what you did for this show."
That's right. I do what I need to do.
Yeah, I do it.
What, I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either.
Maybe I'd kill. I'd do a kill
Oh, you would do it? Would you do a murder for the show?
for this show.
Yeah, if John
Depends. Are they
DrawBomb-
someone in our? Are they someone in our viewership? Because we need all
we
seven
need
of them.
every single last 3 viewers that we have. But if
Oh, he's saying because this show is technically public speaking. Well, yes, but I'm actively shitting my pants the whole time, or I get really dehydrated during the show.
that's the sacrifice he's saying that's the sacrifice you're giving.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do it for
it's a real
us.
grisly scene below this camera line.
Man. And that's why you have the noise gate so high. There's just underneath there's just
Exactly. My OnlyFans connects to the camera that's down below. That's for a different audience. It has a lot more viewers, to whether you believe that or not. If you're doing fart noises, I can't hear them.
you
Because
can't
your
hear
noise gate works.
I thought I turned off Chris.
Barely. I can barely hear it.
I thought I turned Gosh darn it, Brandon. Do you know why you haven't been able to hear things like the theme song and shit?
Why?
It's because crisp noise suppression by Discord has been turned on. Hold on, folks. Let's just try one last thing here.
Try- Now make a fart noise in the mic. I heard all of that. I hear every little toot.
Wow.
Gianna says this has become such a men's show. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we apologize.
No, I don't think they like it either.
No,
I don't think this is for anybody.
this is just for us. That's still broken.
I can hear that in all its glory now too.
Yeah, that's what they're getting
More than
instead
before.
of disappointed. So, well, gosh, I'm glad we got to the That's one. Oh my.
Cancelled.
Disappointed!
I'm trying to play the noises they're trying to play.
I
It's
appreciate
all broken.
that. Lotus Clock says, "Hey, I done did a guy for the magma board. You don't have to go look at it though." Lotus Clock felt really bad.
Too bad, because we're gonna.
We're gonna. They felt really bad that and they mentioned that on the Blueprint stream that they felt bad that I'm not quite sure that they felt like they were hounding us about the draw along, but it's okay. You draw for us.
Oh no.
You draw for us. So here it is.
Yeah, we appreciate your work. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
every
we want-
time.
we
You
want-
do a great job.
We want you to hear us comment on the draw along. Otherwise, what's the point? It's so fun to hear you.
Hey, I love it.
I love it a lot. This is great. That's a fantastic little dude right there.
Someone else get in there and color my guy.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
But that's lovely. We love it. I like his little press hat.
Also,
It's very
Maddie F requested this sound real quick.
cool.
Great job, Lotus Clock. You
was
killed it
great.
as always. Love your work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am so proud of you.
Perfectly clipped.
Oh, that made me laugh because I didn't mean to cut it off.
I'm so proud of
early,
you.
but It was funnier that way. Oh man.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I don't
Are
mean
we
to
having
laugh.
too much fun? Is this allowed? Is this
Nice.
allowed?
We're getting a little wacky in here.
We're having a little too much fun over here.
Oh man, I just we shouldn't be just goofing off like this all.
We shouldn't be having a good time here. This is
Willy
serious.
nilly. Willy nilly.
There it is.
Yep. I'm getting my soundboard back, folks. It's not perfectly back, but if you are hearing these sounds and you're going, then you're justified because somewhere evil is going. Oh shit! I thought that would stop it.
The chat's all green. Ian is so adorable when he's all giggly. Wow, they love you.
Oh, hold on.
They love-
If I had my thing more properly set up. Ooh. Wait, hold on. If I could zoom in on you, that's fine. Mine's all broken. Mine's all broken. But that's okay.
Why zooming in on me? Leave me out of this.
I'm sorry. I did zoom on you though, so I hope you know you were
Yours is
zoomed.
all broken. Your little video game thing is kind of like just like
Off
a
center.
few pixels off to the right
Yeah.
for some reason.
What the hell?
But so everybody knows when you're not using the OBS, all your scenes start melting slowly, and they
Yeah.
just kind of break, fall apart.
It's not a good situation a lot of the time, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, I heard a lot of people say they hate that saying. I actually am very okay with the phrase "it is what it is" because it's right. It's factually accurate, guys.
That saying is what it is. I like it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a very French.
It's just saying like, hey, you know, stuff happens.
Yeah, what
and
can you do?
It is what it is.
Yeah. I heard like multiple people in like YouTube videos or something like that be like, you know, I hate the phrase "it is what it is." It's like, yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I heard like 2 people say it, and like they said it within the span of a week, and
And you
I was
immediately unsubscribed.
I was like, what?
My favorite saying. You've always protected that saying. Cool.
Kill him.
I've seen Ian get in real fights with people over that.
Yeah, they have to know that it is. It's what it is.
Yeah. It's it. What is it?
It is. Sorry, I just got a text and I'm not gonna read it out loud, but very funny. I see what you said. I see what you did there.
Oh, secrets in the chat, everybody. Secrets.
Feel free to speculate and comment on the YouTube channel. What secrets you think there are? Go to the latest YouTube video on our YouTube DrawBomb live channel right
Leave a
now.
comment.
Leave a comment speculating
click
what
a
you
like.
think that was. Click the like button while you're there, and hit the bell while you're at it. And also,
Give us a thumbs up if
why
you
don't
also
give
like
us
secrets.
a thumbs up. And why don't you go click on another video when the video ends? Watch the video to the end, and then go click on another video, and then watch that one to
Donate
the end.
$5
Then hit the like
to
button
Ian's.
and comment.
You sound like the guy that's explaining that he's arguing about art.
What?
I'm an artist. You know the guy I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
It's like this old viral clip of this guy. He's like in a parking lot and he's yelling about how he's I don't know, the person he's yelling at doesn't appreciate art, and he's arguing about like silence, and he's talking about how he went to like some art school. I don't know. I'm butchering it here, but I thought you'd know what I was talking about.
I wish I did. It sounds great. Especially if he's using that voice.
He does sound a lot like that. It'd be a really good like Charlie Kelly character.
Yeah. Where? I love whenever Charlie's character just like starts role playing as some other like movie villain that he saw or something like that.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
He's got a good voice and he uses it.
He does. He does. People who use their good voices, we respect them.
We love that when that happens.
We love a good voice. We love a good
Yes.
voice. We absolutely love a
Okay.
good voice. Okay,
What did I do?
What did you do? Brandon, what did you do?
I clicked away from the thing and it exited out of my drawing.
Ouagadougou. Which is the capital of
Iowa.
Incorrect.
Oh, fuck.
Brandon, I'm so ashamed. So absolutely
I don't know my
ashamed.
capitals.
Don't you know that Ouagadougou is the capital of Burkina Faso? Shame. Shame.
I don't know what that is either.
Well, you should learn. Your ignorance is not
Teach me.
an
What is
excuse.
that?
It's a place.
Where?
Somewhere.
Dang it. I wish I knew as much as you.
I know. Hold on. Wait, give me 2 seconds.
You got them good brains.
West Africa.
Huh. All right. That's real.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a real place.
I thought you were doing a little thing. I didn't know.
No. These are places
I have
I've
not heard of
visited.
this place.
I did. So like, once again, we've been catching up on Game Changer in terms of media that we have participated with or interacted with this week.
Sure.
We've been watching more Game Changer on Dropout, and there was a really good episode called Deja Vu, and one of the questions was, what was the capital of Burkina Faso? And the answer being Ouagadougou.
Anybody know it?
No, but that wasn't the point. And to give you it would spoil it if I explained the point of it. That's
fair.
just the kind of show that Game Changer is. You literally can't describe episodes of it, or you will ruin the fun. Sometimes.
Thanks for preserving the fun.
You're so welcome. You should, if you're
It's something you do well.
If you're gonna subscribe to that Dropout, you gotta do it before May when they increase the price by a whole $1.
Isn't it like per month?
Yes.
So what?
Wow, did we just get 100 bits?
Aw.
Hi, I
Maddie
adore you
F.
guys. Thanks. Also, do you want more subscribers? Click my shady link.
Oh no, I'm gonna ban him.
Yeah, just like Pelican yawning.
I banned. We talked about this, but I banned just a normal guy who was like, "Hi, I'm new here," and I'm like, "Get out of here." He looked. I don't know. It was something about like the way he typed it, just like looked the same shape as like the paragraphs of all the spammers or
What
something.
it was Twitch put a box around it that said "first time chatter," and I think
No, but I'm familiar with those. It was something. It
But
was
Twitch
something.
also
I
puts
don't know.
one around like suspicious users. They put the same border around.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but I've just first time chatters. I usually don't ban them every time. I just, I don't know. Something that night, my brain read it as spam, and I just blocked the guy who's trying to engage with our show, and we wonder why no one watches this thing. Probably because we ban them when they try to watch it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I did unban. They did hit me up, and I did unban them, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Ban
Cool that
appeals
they still
streamline.
tried after that.
Yeah.
They're like, no, maybe this is a good marketing thing. You know, it's like I'm negging the viewers.
Yeah. It's
I say, no, you can't watch, and then they're like, please, what's in there? I want to. Well, I guess you can still watch. You just can't.
well, we can set it so that
chat,
if you're
right?
banned, you can't watch, but that's like a specific setting.
Really, I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yeah, we don't have it turned on. If you're banned, you can still watch, but that is a setting you can turn on, which would make banning way worse too.
Well, I still want ad revenue from my haters,
Yeah, me too.
almost especially from them.
Yeah, that's like winning if you get ad revenue. From
Yeah.
Pelican yawning's in the chat. That's incredible.
So sorry for my grave error. I live in
That's
shame to this
fantastic.
day. Happy you stuck through it. We love you.
That's
Thank
so
you.
funny you're here. Thank you for sounding off while you're here too.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh shit! You know when I was talking about my my one flaw that I give during job interviews, and it's about being dominant. I forgot to.
Wow, you're so dominant.
Oh, that was your chance. I like how you like instead of just living with the fact that you missed the opportunity, you're just gonna strong arm it.
Oh hell yeah! I'm the kid who
That's
in
part of the-
class would raise his hand, and if the teacher picked somebody else, I'd be like, I knew that one. You know, I was that kid. I'm annoying. I'm an annoying asshole.
The first betrayal we all experience.
I know. I knew
You have to let people around you know that you knew it.
guys.
Hey, if this shoe would have picked me, I totally would have got that.
I
Would have been
right. I would have been correct. Matt says creeps over to mod controls.
Don't do it.
No, put
They've
the
been
mod.
through enough.
Put the band hammer down.
No.
Oh, John is right though. Nothing worse than really knowing it and then the person they called on beefing it completely. That's so true.
Well, but then you're given another chance to be chosen, right? You rocket that hand back up to the sky, and maybe your odds just got better.
Yeah, that's true. Now's your chance. Now's your time to shine in the sun. What's really fun is if you're like, I knew that one, and then the other person gets it wrong, and you're like,
Your hand goes down.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I knew it wasn't that. I don't know what it is, but I knew it wasn't that.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Are we got a little stream dead right now? I'm getting 0 kbps. You can hear me, right?
I hear you just fine.
I think Twitch had another. Is Twitch having a little poopski? Is Twitch having a little poopy?
It looks like it coming back now.
Twitch had a little poopy. It did it again though. Like what's really weird is like it'll go down to 0 kbps for like a little bit, and then it'll shoot up to like 25,000. And that's really strange. So I don't know what's happening, if that's like a Twitch thing or if my internet is doing that.
Stream shooting up.
Yeah. My internet's been really bad here at this house. It's been popping in and out. So I don't know what that's about. Y'all were quiet for a moment, but it seems like we're back. So I hope we didn't lose anybody along the way. But we are back. Whoa. Your purchase at Twitch Interact. I just made a purchase to Twitch. What?
You might have been subscribed to somebody and it just renewed.
That's my guess. Let's find out.
If you subscribe, it's like a monthly thing.
I know, but I try and turn it off every time, and I hate that I have to actively like turn off the subscription.
It's probably like a subscription, Gianna. Just ask her for the money back. I didn't mean to. It made me.
Oopsies. I mean, sorry.
That always looks good, you know, to ask your significant other, hey,
can I get back the Twitch money I gave you?
I get that for $4.50.
Who was I subscribed to? Okay, it was actually Gianna's show.
I knew it. There you go.
Well, then in that case, I'm gonna stay subscribed.
Don't say I never did nothing for yous. Wow.
She says, "Oh no, Lil, I will go live soon to make up for it." That's how you'll pay me back, because you got to play some more music on stream sometime.
There you go.
Yo, babe, I'm sorry, but I need that back. Oh my. How embarrassing for me to air my dirty laundry like this. Maybe Wednesday, she says. That'd be great.
I like that I so accurately
You were right.
called that whole situation out.
That's so funny. How did you, well, what made you guess that? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I was just thinking it's somebody that you probably would stay subscribed to monthly.
Oh,
intentionally, maybe?
Because I was like, I always turn it off, and that's not something I probably
that was
lapse
my
on.
thought.
That's a good point. You know,
That's
you
one
really,
that you probably let it ride.
you Sherlocked that one. You really did. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Can I say? And that says, what's this interesting drawing y'all doing inspired by? Yeah, good question. I think it's kind of Oblivion coded, but also my guys dressed kind of like
Your guy's dressed like fucking the dude from The Suffering.
I don't think you can get tennis shoes in Oblivion.
No, you cannot.
Fortunately, unless you mod them in.
You can get the shoes of Jock Ben Imble.
Whoa, I want those.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I played Oblivion. Like I said, I hadn't played any of those games. I was very confused. Like within the first dungeon, I was immediately over encumbered because I was picking up like every plate and like bone and shit. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like I'm allowed to pick it up, so I should just take it all. And then like, I was immediately like having like, as soon as I left the tutorial area, all the guards were after me all the time because I just kept like killing people and stealing things, and I just didn't really understand that like just because you can doesn't mean you
should
are allowed to or should.
It's truly like, I mean, it's cool how they just were like, here's a fantasy place to walk around and do shit and have a blast. And
yeah,
they nail it. And I remember when I got
Yeah,
vampirism in that game, and like I could not focus in school until I cured myself of my vampirism. Like it was like the preeminent thought in my mind until I solved.
You
that
didn't
quest
want
line.
to just be a vampire?
Dude, it sucks. You can't go out during the daytime. You get
It
like
does
burnt.
suck. I was a vampire for a little bit in Skyrim, and I also failed on that one.
Yeah.
Werewolf was way cooler.
Werewolf is way cooler.
You
It's,
just basically turn into a giant like bus of a wolf, and you just rip people to shreds.
Yeah, it's great.
Great time.
Yeah. What shoes now? Alexander Solzhenitsyn? Solzhenitsyn? That's another question from that same DrawBomb episode. But I think he did a pretty good job spelling it. Ian
Oh, it
knows,
was in
but-
DrawBomb?
What was that?
You said it was from a DrawBomb episode.
Oh, I'm sorry, a dropout. Alexander Solzhenitsyn, the same Game Changer episode. That's
Gotcha.
a question from it. Solzhenitsyn. Mad Lad says Ian knows, but I've recently started playing Skyrim for the first time. That's very cool. Were you inspired by the release of
that's cool.
Oblivion to play Skyrim?
Skyrim's a great game.
Skyrim's a lot of fun. I 100%ed it as well. Like as much as you can. Like I didn't do like, you can't finish it. Like you can't do all the Radiant quests because you'll just like be walking down the road and someone will be like, "Hey, if I lost a dagger in this cave, get it for me." Bloop. You have a little quest then. But I like in terms of like faction quests and like the main story and all that stuff and like trying to explore every cave that I could find or like every dungeon I could find, I 100%ed Skyrim as well.
Nice.
That's how I listened to every episode of Comedy Bang Bang. A lot of it was through that game.
Oh, really?
Not all of it, but a lot of it. I would just play fucking Skyrim and listen to Comedy Bang Bang for like hours on end. It was great. It was a good time.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time.
And I also
Yeah, I
smoked
think
a lot of
Skyrim,
weed.
like, it's been re-released so many times that I think for people it's like kind of a meme, but it's like actually just like it's a really solid game.
It's a fun game.
It's good stuff.
A lot of stuff to do. It's a little bit. I will say when I think of with Oblivion coming out again, compared to Skyrim, I think aesthetically Skyrim just feels really bland and boring to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just like there's like that one cool rock that like hangs out over like that one like fucking town, you know?
Yeah.
But otherwise it's like a lot of the visuals in Skyrim are like kind of underwhelming in comparison to like what you can see in like for instance, okay, there's no quests as far as I can remember in Skyrim where you go inside of a painting and fight painted monsters and stuff.
True. There were some weird, unique ones though, like the whole like Wabbajack like quest line and like which I think was the staff that just turns people into random items.
Yeah.
And it was like a whole like Alice in Wonderland type quest line you go
That was
through,
cool,
and there was some
yeah.
weird like unique like one-off things.
I guess so, yeah. The Alice in Wonderland
shit.
thing I do remember.
Yeah, Mad Lad says spoilers. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Nothing. We forgot. It's such a thing that like so many people have like replayed like 40 times that I forget. I'm sorry. I know we just talked about that.
Yeah.
That's a mod. We were talking about a mod. It's not real.
Yeah, that's
fake.
DLC. That actually might be DLC because is it? No, it's not.
Nah, it's in the main game. It's a real thing in the real game.
A buddy of mine wanted him to play it, and he was just like, "Yeah, sure."
Nice.
Remember when Amazon released Play Skyrim on Alexa? Oh my god.
Matty F says, I need mesh improvements and saturation mods for Skyrim. It's so brown and gray. Yeah, it
Thank
is bland
you.
in that way. I think
Yes.
like
Yes.
I do agree with you with that. Like the color palette, Fallout 3 had the same problem. Everything is just like gray.
Yeah, a lot of games have that issue where they're like, we don't want any colors. Like realism means a lack of like the color, like color palette, and it's like no.
Yeah.
No, you can make things colorful without like overdoing it. Like if you have a big bland gray desert, even like a little splash of color somewhere will do a lot. You know, it'll be you can make that be.
You can still
aesthetic.
make things vibrant, even if it is a wasteland or whatever.
Yeah. So, you know, Fallout 4 was a bit more colorful, but Fallout 4, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Fallout 4.
It did some things better, but it was not very good overall. I feel like. I don't know. It's more polished than the previous ones, but the story's not that great, and some of it feels a little weird, and like the actual decision making and like talking, they like really kind of gutted that and put you on rails.
Yeah, having like the 4 directions, and like really it was just like, I don't know. It felt like I guess it's more streamlined than having to read like 6 different lines of dialogue and deciding which one you want to be. But it does remove that player agency in a way.
I prefer the reading a bunch of lines and choosing. I don't know. It's a little more like, makes it feel more like a, you know, tabletop game kind of like.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to lose some things when you're trying to simulate a tabletop game, which would just be you, like your imagination and you coming up with things. But having it being a little like word heavy kind of gets you closer to that feeling. I mean, Baldur's Gate is the closest I've seen to like a actual tabletop game made into a video game, and that one's tons of dialogue you're choosing through.
Yeah. And like I'm not a fan of like, and we complained about this a long time ago, and I made a highlight of it, but in Mass Effect, you know, you get those dialogue wheels, and it's like you'll pick an option and it'll say like, this, that, and you're like, okay, this is the thing I want him to say, and then he'll say it, and it's not at all what you thought he was actually gonna say. It's like a different vibe, and that's frustrating. But yeah.
Speaking of Mass Effect, I'm gonna have to get back to that stream soon.
Yes, you are.
I will. I've been thinking about it. It's just the real issue, and maybe I just gotta just bite the bullet and just go with it, is I feel like that one is kind of like, I put a little production into it and I'm like excited to do it, but I'm never free, like, except for like the only times I can stream usually are like middle of the night, and I'm just kind of like, oh, should I really be doing this at this time when hardly anyone can watch?
Right.
But I think I just gotta do it, because when else am I gonna be able to do it?
Yeah.
But I'm excited to do it. I still have everything all rigged up. I've actually was just tweaking it a little bit recently because I wanted to start it up again soon.
Nice. Maddie F says, oh my god, I will edit your Mass Effect playthrough. I do have the streams you did of that Mass Effect saved, so if you want those, Matt, I can get you those files.
Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it soon. I just, you know.
Yeah. Mad Lad says, funny you mentioned Baldur's Gate. You wouldn't guess what I'm playing right now. I did, or probably actively right now, but I did see that, I did see Mad Lad launch that game a couple times recently, so.
Yeah, I can spy on what you're playing on Discord, and I've been seeing that you've been playing it. How you liking it? I just beat it like about a month ago, finally. I really loved it. It was great.
Was it the file with Austin? Did you and Austin finally complete?
Yeah, we finally beat it.
Wow.
Finally beat it. It's pretty great.
Thinking about your Mass Effect thing, I just got, you know, Spandau Ballet.
The Spandau Ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spandau Ballet.
I didn't know how often you're romancing people in that game, so I just set that up so I could use it if I need to.
It's pretty great. It's a good choice. Well, this drawing is looking ready for color.
Like a drawing?
It's looking like a drawing. Just gonna do some like odd little lines here and there to kind of simulate a brick, like stone wall.
Oh yeah, that's stone. That's a stone wall. Either that or it's abs.
Yeah, this is an ab wall. It's like you ever go to those like rock climbing gyms, except instead of a rock wall, it's just a big stomach.
No, I've never been to one where it was all stomach.
Gotta get your hands in the belly button holes, climb up.
Haven't experienced that now.
No, they're weird as hell. I don't like it.
You know, sounds weird. If you know where they're at, let me know so I can avoid them.
Will do. It's the giant stomach.
That's what the company, the place is called.
No, you just see it. I mean, it's hard to miss. It's a giant pair of abs just sitting out there in the middle of a field.
Oh, it's in a field. Wow.
Mad Lad says, trying like the third playthrough with my friends and another solo one with some mods. Nice, nice. Honestly, enjoying the solo one more because some of the people I'm playing with know the game very well. So I'm kind of just following them for the one with.
That's no fun.
That's fair, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's fun, but it's not as fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's definitely like, you kind of need to take turns like making big decisions and getting into stuff.
Yeah, because
I think it's good to like, if somebody else is doing their thing, kind of stop what you're doing to let them do it, so you can kind of all experience the whole thing.
That is true. That is fair. That playing Divinity Original Sin with Austin and Kyle felt very much that way too. Like, there was a quest line where you're supposed to like help this woman who's like a refugee and like she's trying to find her kid, and we're like doing the quest and we come back and Kyle's just murdered her.
What?
Yeah, and Kyle was a fucking vicious killer. He was just murdering everybody if he wanted to in Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah, I don't think I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, okay, she was an innocent lady, and he's like, yeah, I didn't like the way she was looking at me.
Like if I'm all for role playing. Like if you have a reason for your character to do something or whatever, I'm down. But you're just randomly like griefing the entire game all the way through. It's kind of like, okay.
I respect the I respect the pushing the open world to its limits. I'm not mad about that.
Sure. There's different types of people. My brother's very much that way, where he's just like, oh, I'm able to kill these people. Well, I'll just do it then, because I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you've ruined your save file or whatever. He's like, what? No, I just wanted that guy's hat.
There's you ever see those sketches by like those British dudes where it's mostly the one guy in front of the camera and then it's some other guy holding like clearly an iPhone, and it's like just various scenarios in video games, and like one of them's like when you're just like a psychopath in a video game, he's like, hi there, I'm the new NPC, how's it going? Oh, I think I'm gonna stab you now. Oh, why'd you do that? That's not like an exact
I've
video,
not seen,
but it's like they make a lot of videos where it's like some guy, like it's usually some guy trying to do like standard NPC video game stuff, like introducing you to the tutorial section or like explaining game mechanics to you, and then the guy who's behind the camera, who's the player, is just like, right, I think I'm just gonna go fuck off for like a little bit, and like just does whatever the guy who's like in front of the camera does not want the guy to do. It's a pretty solid,
right.
It's a solid formula. But I feel like that's the vibe, like that's the player that Kyle and your brother are sort of have.
A lot of people play their games that way.
That's why it's a evergreen subject matter for those videos.
That's right.
I'll have to send you a link sometime. They're pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. When I just started Oblivion, I literally just like basically just stepped out of the sewer and ended the tutorial before this. But the emperor or whatever, before he fights it, is like, here's my amulet. You need to take this to so and so, and don't waste any time. Go directly there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy, but that is not gonna happen.
We don't know if you're.
Like, I'm here to tell you, I'm gonna do some
again.
I'm gonna do some like real off the wall side quests. I'm probably gonna be like find someone's lost dog. I'm gonna probably like help some business succeed. I'm gonna find like a pair of shoes that went missing, like before I even drop that amulet off. For sure.
It'd be that way. But it is funny, like the urgency they give you in a lot of these open world games. It's like it's like in Yakuza, like a dude will have been shot and in the hospital, and you're like, I gotta go see him in the hospital right now and find out who shot him. And then it's like, but I can also, like, I need to do this karaoke mission or else it won't be available anymore.
Occasionally a game will like make you go, and I always get mad. I'm like, what? Yeah. like if you play like Dead Rising or whatever, I'm like,
I love Dead Rising.
I have to. There's a clock.
I love the
ticking.
Dead Rising series, and
I want
love
to
the.
mess around.
I do love the ticking clock in Dead Rising because it kind of adds like an element to the gameplay. But I will say,
Yeah.
it is frustrating also when you're like, I just need to save these fucking people, but I
don't think it's necessarily a bad mechanic. I just like to. I like to go on tangents and get distracted, and it's not necessarily like. I don't think it's a game's weakness to be like, no, you can't do that. You have to stay on course a little bit, but you know.
What I usually do in what I've done for every Dead Rising game is I'll start my save file once, and I'll spend the first save file kind of getting to know the mall, getting to know all the item placement, killing as many zombies as I can, and like getting a bunch of experience points. Because if you restart your save file, like, and then like letting the clock run out essentially, because then you restart the save file, but you get to keep all of the levels and experience you've gained. And so then when you start the save file that you're actually trying to like beat the story on, you start off essentially like way buffed, and it's a lot easier that way.
Oh. Okay.
And that's what I've done for every Dead Rising game, and I fucking love Dead Rising games. I actually wanted to stream Dead Rising 1 and 2 at some point. You know, I want to.
You should. I would watch that.
Yeah.
Those are games that I never really like fully played myself, so it would be a fun one to watch.
Oh hell yeah!
It would be kind of fresh to me.
I'm a big fan of those games, and I'd be happy to do that. There's so many games to stream, so little time.
I know, right? I still want Yakuza, but that's also like, how do they make a new game like every like 2 months?
Dude,
like,
it's crazy. And
there's
like,
too many games. You'll
not
never
only
be able
that,
to play them all.
all the games that have the name Yakuza in them are not the only games in that series, by the way. There's also the Judgment series, which is like where you're a police officer solving like these fucking crimes, and like there's like a big mystery you're trying to solve at the end of each one, and like those are the exact same kind of game in the same universe, but like they're also making those, and there's like 3 of them. They're also incredible apparently.
I never even heard of those.
Yeah.
And then there's like the Like a Dragon ones, and
those are supposedly really good.
well, I'm excited for when you eventually play them.
I know. I just gotta stop taking fucking commissions that don't pay me enough.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Oh,
We've gotten better at that
that's good.
a little bit, but still, there's still a, you know, for every like one that pays good, I still have one where I'm like, why did I agree to this?
Yeah.
This is not.
I should have said no. But also, you know, I'm getting paid, so I'm like, I kind of want that money.
Yeah.
But it's so just the timing of it. I literally finished one commission. I went to sleep. I was like at work, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go home and just like vibe. And then like at work, I got texts from that roommate being like, hey,
They know.
I know, what the hell.
When it rains, it pours. It's a very real thing with that stuff.
Absolutely.
I'll go like a month where there's nothing, and then everybody reaches out at the same time.
It really is that way. I don't understand how it works, but I think everyone just takes breaks at the same time. Excuse me.
Yeah, probably true. You know,
Probably
and
like-
also I think people kind of come into money similar times a lot of times too. You know,
True, tax returns,
ebbs and flows of when people have their money.
businesses boom and bust.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way,
Oh.
happy to have work, but I need to be better. I mean, half the time that there's a job and I'm just like, actually, I'm gonna need to charge you more. They're like, cool, and I'm like, why don't I? Why am I not better about this every time? They're always down.
Seriously. When the guy asked me like what the charge would be, he gave me like what his price was, and I was like, can we add 500 to that? He was like, sure. And I'm like, fuck, I should have added another 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even 2,000 still, it's like gonna be a project. I don't even know if 2,000 is gonna be worth it, but we'll see. We'll see.
There's always that ticking clock where you're like, all right, if I take too long, then it was no longer worth my time.
Yeah. At some point, the cost benefit becomes a negative number.
Yeah, you gotta get it done quickly so that it actually is worth it.
Yeah, I've been actually like thinking.
You don't want to be like, I took too long, so I need to charge you more. That's not really a
That's
thing
not
I feel comfortable
professional.
doing.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Like what the agreed upon thing is what we agreed upon, and if I can't work within that,
Yeah,
that's
the
my
deal
fault.
is the deal.
But I will say, like, I've been like when I'm at work and have not a lot of better things to think about, I will be like sitting and concocting like, how am I gonna cheapify this animation without like really reducing, like, what can I do that's cheap but effective, like anime, you know?
Mm-hmm. I do that all the
And,
time at work. Not necessarily that specific thing, but if I have commissions, I'll be sketching like
right.
thumbnails while I'm at work all the time, just so I can like have kind of like that. I'm like, I can hit the ground running when I get home, and
Exactly.
when I get home from work and get back to work, I can
yeah.
I already know where I'm starting from. Like I know the angle of attack, and that speeds things up a lot.
Yep. Smart to do. Smart to do. Then you're also getting paid to do that commission work. You're getting that additional money right there. Except not for you, because you work for tips. So it's like you
Right.
kind of
My $3 an hour coming in hot.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna give this animation my best shot. I'm gonna try and get it done within the month, which is a big ask, tall order.
Yeah.
But that, to me, that's what makes sense. I have some ideas in mind that I'm gonna do. I don't think I'll do it, but I'll try.
I believe in you. Does that help at all?
What was that? That you believe in me?
I said I believe in you. Does that help?
Yeah,
Does that,
I guess that helps.
that kind of help at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, if I help, then I want to cut.
Oh shit. Okay. Well. You'll get that extra 500 I didn't ask for.
Cool. Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
Is that just gonna come out of your wallet, or?
It's gonna come out of his. You gotta hit him up for it.
Oh, I have to ask him. Hi, you don't know me, but
Yeah.
have you heard of DrawBomb? It's kind of a package deal.
Oh man, I'm almost finished coloring this picture, I think. Oh, nice. I like your little citizen. I don't know why I made his dialogue just like a very isolated portion of the picture, but in my mind, it was like in the game, you'll like in the original Oblivion, you would just zoom the fuck in on somebody's face, and that was the conversation.
Yeah.
But now I think they've kind of given it the Skyrim thing for the remake, right?
You still kind of get up in there, but it's a little more Skyrim-y. It's funny because there's I think it's like using some kind of like AI, but they all kind of look like everything's like prettier, but it all still kind of looks derpy. Like it still looks a little jank. It's like their mouths are like, they're not animated to move. They're like moving with like, they're like being stretched when they like.
Interesting.
So it looks a little different. It still looks pretty good. I mean, it looks better than it did, but like it looks a little like, still looks a little off.
I'm sure like they've kept a lot of the bones of everything, but like they've just like slapped a lot of higher poly shit onto it. But like, you know, if the faces were jank in the beginning, I'm sure it's still gonna kind of be jank.
Right. I mean, it's a Bethesda game. Like it's always gonna be janky, right?
Jank is kind of their
Or else
brand.
what are we doing here? Got to use a engine from 100 years ago, and everything's got to be outdated and weird.
And like the engine,
even though they have like the most money.
Yeah, like you're really just phoning it in. Except this, I mean, people like this remake, so I don't think they're necessarily.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's cool. I'm just, in general, their games always feel.
Yeah.
A remake's a different story. Like this is cool because I'm getting to like relive this thing, and it's better than it was. But
yeah,
they put out a new game and it feels weird and old.
Yeah, we're basically bashing Starfield.
Yeah. And I played all of Starfield.
Really, you beat it?
I beat it. I played all of it. You know, I like those. I like their games. You know, so even that, it was fun. It's just it was really kind of like shitty. I played it on Games Pass. I didn't buy it, but it was like, I don't know. I enjoyed a lot of it, but it was still just like very like, it just felt outdated and strange and like, kind of phoning it in a lot of ways.
That's what it looked like. That's why.
But I had my fun with it, and then I'm done with it now.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's some cool things in there. The like shipbuilding thing was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
You straight up like piece it together, and you like can travel around to different like space stations and get new pieces, and then you eventually can build like a cool ship. And like whatever you put it in there is like actual rooms you can walk around in on the ship. So that was cool. I like that. I like the whole just looting everything that I do in every one of those games and like collecting it, and like you can have your house that you can like store the stuff. So I have all these like weird baubles and items that I stole from across the galaxy, and I just have them like in my living room. Like that's fun for me. And then like there's like pretty fun aspects in the game, but overall, you know, it definitely, the criticisms are very fair.
Right. How you feeling about this drawing?
I'm done with it.
I'm done with it too.
But we're also like almost done with the show.
I was thinking of a quick tier list we could do.
Oh yeah. Okay. Are you okay with taking a fast break?
Let's take a fast break.
Okay.
We'll be right back, folks, and we'll do a little tier list.
All right, we'll be right back.
Bye. Whoa, I need to really fix those transitions. They're so quick. But Brandon, are you ready for a tier list?
I'm so ready for a tier list. Let's do it. Oh,
okay. We got a little tier list right here. You can't see yet, Brandon.
Shut up.
Hopefully, oh. Wow, even there was shut. But if you see on the stream, I don't know if you can see the tier list yet, but I've got it pulled up.
Not see it yet.
It's ready.
There it is. Oh, we're going fast food.
That's
okay.
Right. That's right. A lot of these I still haven't had, but they're.
Yeah, that's probably true for me, or I haven't had them in a long time.
Right.
So that's gonna be difficult. But I like this. This is good.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Ready?
Let's start rolling through it. Yeah.
Okay. So first things first, A&W All-American Food. Have you had A&W All-American Food?
I have gone there and had a root beer float, but I've not had any of the food at the A&W. They got kind of the Sonic thing where like they like will come up to your car.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So I've never tried their food. So I don't know if I can vote. It was a good root beer float. Root beer and ice cream though, so I don't really know how you could.
Right. I've never had it. Never had
I think we should put it in never had. It doesn't feel fair for me to.
Starting this list off strong, then I would say.
Starting it strong.
Never had. Real quick. Leviathan says, "Hey, Brandon and I were just talking about this tier list. Were you?
Fast food. I mean, there's a lot of good decisions to make here. There's a lot of big decisions.
A lot of big decisions to make. That's absolutely right.
It's a good.
Oh, Mad Lad says one of these is where he's doing the interviews for. Well, don't say it, or if you do say,
we can say really good things about it.
Yeah, if you do tell us which one it is, you have to make sure that when it comes up, you're like spamming in the chat S, because you never know.
And also, when you do your interview, make sure you pull up your phone and show them this clip, and make them subscribe. Make sure you see their finger hit the subscribe button.
That's right. And then the like button and the bell, and then they should click through to another video, and then they should comment and like, and they've already subscribed ideally, But okay, let's move on. Arby's.
So Arby's is a lot different now than it was when I was a kid.
I'm an
When
Arby's
I was a kid,
fan.
it was like you get like 3 different roast beef sandwich shape, like different amounts of roast beef inside of buns is what it used to be.
Yuck.
A horsey sauce, and now they have like all these different sandwiches and stuff. I think Arby's is pretty solid. If it actually feels like real food now.
Okay.
I feel like it didn't always have that going for it. Are you about to drop it in the best? Is that what you're hovering over? Where does your heart take you?
I'm a bit so like here's the thing. I can't. They were missing an A tier, and I feel like we need an S tier and an A tier. Like they're different things for me.
You can add an A.
I'm doing it right now. But I think Arby's is probably an A. I want to give it an S, but I only ever really order their curly fries and their chicken bacon Swiss sandwich, which is fucking incredible. But I can't.
If we're talking,
I can't.
I'm looking
comment on
at
the
this
rest of
list. I'm looking at the other options. I think A.
A is where I'm putting it. Because
Okay, because there's some
I
that are
haven't-
like a cut above
yeah,
some of
and
these restaurants.
And I haven't had like all of Arby's menu. I pretty much get the curly fries and the chicken bacon Swiss. I've had their mozzarella sticks. They're all right. Like, you know, I would put them in A. Cause I would love to put them in S because I love that chicken bacon Swiss and I love their curly fries. You can order curly fries at the grocery store. And, you know, I haven't had any
We're
of
not
their
talking
other
about
sandwiches.
stores where you actually where
I
a
know.
store has a bunch of real food. We're talking about
Well, yeah, but you can
shit
get
that
the exact
is
same
fed to you
kind
through
of,
a window in your
it's
car.
the exact same kind of curly fries, though, like that you get at the store.
Sure, that's
like,
true. Sure.
So, but if I've only had
Gianna
one
says never had
sandwich-
Arby's. That's interesting.
Yeah, I actually took her to Arby's recently, but it was a Arby's combo Taco Bell, so she got Taco Bell, which
She
was
got
a
Taco Bell?
respectable choice.
It is a respectable choice.
Yeah,
I've seen the KFC Taco Bells, but not many of the Arby's Taco Bells. That's a rare find.
it's a rare.
All right, what do we got next?
Baja
Baja
Fresh.
Fresh.
Never had.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it even. Okay.
I've never even heard of that.
Man, that's where the Baja Blast comes from. Maybe I don't know. Blimpie. Never heard of it.
No, that's Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's
Blimpie
Taco
I've
Bell.
heard of, but I've never been.
Bojangles. I've heard of it. Never been.
Never heard of it.
Boston Market. Rotisserie Kitchen.
Heard of it, never been.
Never been. Burger King.
So here's something that's going to come up in a few of these.
Uh-huh.
Burger King is so, when it's done right,
It's good.
it's a good fast food burger. But of all the like popular fast food chains, it's one of the most inconsistent chains. I go in some of those places and like I order my thing and the operation goes like it should, and I go in another one and it looks like they're surprised to have a customer and the food doesn't come out for a half hour, and they're just like, or they're like turning on the grill for the first time when I order something, and it's just like they seem like confused about the fact that there's a customer they have to deal with, and I don't know. I feel that way about some other things in this list as well. So I don't know what dictates one of these restaurants running smoothly.
Right.
But Burger King, I feel like, is very
Hit or miss.
swings both ways. It's very hit or miss.
Okay. I've been fortunate. Most Burger Kings I've been to have been of a consistent quality, and
Okay,
I seem to be hitting the good ones. So
I
I'd
think
like-
it could live in a B or a C.
I'll put them in B. I understand they have a very hated. Their reputation is pretty bad. I've just never felt that as strongly as a lot of people have about Burger King. Is it going to be my first choice? No. I have some members in my immediate family, they prefer Burger King over like most places, and you know that's fine.
Right.
I'm not like what.
I like it actually
it.
tastes like a grilled burger when like compared to a lot of places.
Yeah, their Bacon King burger
it
is
actually-
incredible. Even though you can feel your heartbeat after you've had one, it's a pretty damn good burger though.
All right. Up next, we got Cane's, which
Never
is
been.
popular amongst all the mukbangers, but I've never been.
Also, just people in the chat real quick saying Arbabells. I like their Meat Mountain. I like their beef and cheddar. This is talking about Arby's. Mad Lad says I had the Meat Mountain once and was in the background of someone reviewing it. That's funny. Gianna says Boston Market is a C or D for her. Mad Lad says Bojangles is good. Mad Lad likes the Whopper. Yeah, I've never been or heard, but Mad Lad says for
I think
Burger
some of these
King,
things are like for certain states, and other states they don't exist.
That's true. There are, like, for instance, if there's a Zaxby's in this list, which I see at the very end there is, I only had Zaxby's.
I see Wawa on this list.
South of a certain like boundary, and then like Zaxby's started to exist, and I you know, so it's some of these are very regional.
Yeah.
But Mad Lad says that Burger Kings are very inconsistent. He says Cane's is so overrated. The chicken is bland and the sauce isn't anything special. Luckily, everything has been coming down to Florida. Ah, I see. I feel like, yeah, most of the places, like, their fast food tends to gravitate south instead of gravitating north.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Carl's Jr.
All right. I haven't had it. Isn't that a California thing?
No, I feel like I've been to a Carl's Jr., or maybe I'm thinking of something else.
So they have like a sister company that has the same logo, and I can't think of what it's called, right? But that's like more East Coast.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
I'm gonna do locations and see like if there's any out in this area. Permanently closed. A bunch of these out here are permanently closed.
They were the ones that were famous for just like
Hardee's,
having like ladies in bikinis eating burgers in their commercials.
Hardee's. We have Hardee's.
Yeah. Hardee's is the like East Coast version of Carl's Jr., but I don't think it's like as intense.
Is Hardee's on this
like,
list?
I don't
No.
see it.
This list looks like it's in alphabetical order, and I'm not seeing a Hardee's. So let's just say both qualify, maybe, or how do you feel? If I've only had Hardee's but not Carl's Jr., do you think I should?
Yeah, I think
never had, or
I think we don't want to throw people off. Let's put that Carl's Jr.'s down on the never had.
That's fair. We don't want to. We want to be on the record here. Yeah,
I mean the commercials
yeah.
make it look like these giant like burgers that you would like get like restaurant quality, like. You know,
yeah.
I know they all do that where they lie about how they look, but like, you know, they make these look different. So I don't know if Carl's Jr. is different.
Yeah, the Hardee's I went to was just kind of all right. Mad Lad says they get a lot of chains from other states because of tourism, which makes a lot of sense.
Does make sense.
Yeah. Checkers has the best fries, I will say.
They do have really good fries. I agree with you.
Their sandwiches, their burgers are gross but delicious.
I think it could live in a B.
I've been threatened to be stabbed inside of a Checkers, and they have to give you the burger through like multiple panes of like hard, thick plastic because of the gunshots.
Was it by the guy working there?
No, it was by a homeless man who was just hanging out in there. He didn't even leave with any food.
Well, I'm glad he didn't stab you. At least I'm assuming he didn't, because I feel like you would have told that part of the story.
I would have told that story a little bit differently if I had been stabbed. But yeah, Checkers fries slap. For me, Mad Lad says, hell yeah.
I agree, but I don't even remember what the rest of their food is like, which says something maybe.
Here's the thing. Hardee's is the only place where I have eaten, like, I'll usually get 2 burgers if I go to a place, because one burger just doesn't make me feel full unless it's like a big premium burger sort of thing. But Checkers is like you get like a list of burgers and you pick one, and they're like all kind of like different and themed. And I've had multiple of their burgers and they're all pretty dang good, but again kind of disgusting at the same time. But every time I've ordered from them and I've gotten 2 burgers, I'll start to eat the second burger and I will feel my heartbeat. And like they're the only place where that happens. So something's up.
Just grease burgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put them in B, but they're an A for me also.
If we were just rating French fries, that'd be a different story.
For sure. Although we could do this like again next week in terms of like
French fry type
fries, yeah.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. I mean, people love it for a reason. Their sandwiches are really
It is
fucking
really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be basic, but it is pretty good as far as if fast food goes, you know.
Yeah.
Is it the best? Does it fall in the best?
I don't know. I'm not the biggest.
Gianna says F tier
F tier. S? Yeah.
because of their politics, which
Oh.
agreed.
That agreed for sure. Yeah. I'll put them in an A.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. People
'Cause-
like it more than I think it deserves.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
It's good. I think
Like if I eat it, it tastes like I don't know, cleaner and fresher than some of these places feel like, but like it also is not, doesn't deserve the love. You go any time of day, you go by a Chick-fil-A and there's like a line wrapping around the building, and I'm just like, for that?
Yeah.
Just for that?
Yeah. I've had Chick-fil-A a couple times when I was with this one band. They would always get Chick-fil-A, and if I wanted to eat that night, I would eat. I would eat with them, but in general, I don't eat Chick-fil-A also for the same reasons as Gianna.
Yeah, I don't. Agreed. I don't ever go, but like in the
Yeah.
time or two I've had it at like an airport or something, like I'm just like, it's not. I don't see the hype.
It's fine. Here's why people like Chick-fil-A so much, is because none of these other places are just selling a good fried chicken sandwich, like a nice simple fried. If you get like a fried chicken sandwich at one of these other places, it either sucks because they're a burger place, or it's got to be like slathered in some weird sauce. Chick-fil-A is just like, here's a piece of fried chicken and a burger and some pickles, and it tastes good, and it doesn't like feel shitty. And like none of these other places do that. Like do you know how hard I've tried to get a fried chicken sandwich in Philly that isn't from Chick-fil-A but is just from a place? It's fucking impossible. And one time I've gotten some real disgusting sandwiches. When I finally found the place, the sandwich was amazing, but the sandwich was also like a fucking Dagwood, you know? It was just like it was to the ceiling. Made of chicken though. But so it was like, if the sandwich was half that
The
size,
chicken ceiling.
it would have been the perfect sandwich. But like, no sandwich is doing what Chick-fil-A is doing.
I think so. There are places that like it's not hard to make a good fried chicken sandwich, but a lot of places, like you said, I think a lot of places you order one and you get it and you're like, oh, this has been sitting out for the last 3 hours, and I can tell.
Absolutely.
I feel like Chick-fil-A tends to taste a little bit more like it was made recently or fresh.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of what people like about it, because when it comes down to what's actually in it, it's pretty basic and there's nothing really that special about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. Because Popeyes makes a really good chicken sandwich, but they have the Burger King problem where when I go in one of those places, it's either the food's awesome or the people work, or I walk into a different place and the people there are like mad at me for ordering food at their restaurant. Like it's a real roll the dice of whether it's gonna be good or not.
Popeyes does indeed do a chicken sandwich, but I also feel like I don't see nearly as many Popeyes as I see
I used to never see them, and now they're pretty popular around here. They never used to be, but now they're all over the place.
For every 2 Popeyes, there's like 10 Chick-fil-A's.
Or KFCs. There's a million KFCs.
Yeah, especially KFC's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chipotle.
I'm also a Popeyes. S tier for Popeyes is going to be where I'm going to put that, and I'm going to override you on that, and there's nothing you can say about it. Popeyes is going to go in
I
an
don't
S.
think I'll argue with you. I was just saying, like, when it's like my favorite fast food chicken sandwich when it's good. It's just so many times they're kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's inconsistent, but when it's good, it's the best, I think, as far as fast food goes.
Since we're talking
When it
about
comes to fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah, since we're covering it, I'm just gonna talk about it. Yeah, so the fried chicken sandwiches are incredible when you get it right. Obviously, I've been very fortunate with the Popeyes I've been to once again, or maybe my standards are low. I don't know, but there's fried chicken sandwiches are good, but also just their chicken. Like if you get like the family bucket, or in their case they do it like a carton. They don't do buckets, but you get the cartons of chicken and the biscuits.
Yeah.
And the sides. It's incredible. It's so good. I love their chicken
I like
better than KFC's.
Oh, totally. Like Cajun style is like way better than
Yeah.
the weird like KFC kind of sucks.
KFC sucks, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like KFC's chicken is wet and kind of gross. Like their fried chicken
not,
is
it's
wet.
like soggy.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Yeah.
For how hard they advertise like the crunchiness and all that, I don't think I've ever. It never is.
It's never been crunchy. Can we put KFC in like a low B right now? Maybe.
Yeah, it's either a low B or a C.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it in a low B because their sides are still pretty good, and if you get like that good KFC,
that's high B.
It hits. Is this right? We're doing it the other way, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. This is the story of a girl cried a river and drowned the whole. Anyways, but yeah, KFC's wet. Popeyes is the best. And their sides are great too, and just their spicy chicken is incredible as well.
It's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
big fan of it all. Let's
right.
move on.
Chipotle.
Chipotle. I've had Qdoba more than I've had Chipotle, but it's the same
I've
place.
had Chipotle more than I've had Qdoba. They are the same place. I agree. I think. I don't know. Like at one point, I would maybe put them in S, but they're kind of lame these days.
Yeah, I would say A.
I think A is fair.
Yeah,
I'd probably put it at the top of A.
top of A.
Personally,
Okay.
I would put it above Chick-fil-A.
Oh wait, which way is it again? I'm so used
You read from left to right, so like that's so the best would be on the left.
Okay,
Yeah, it goes down.
that's what I meant to do then.
Yeah.
But Church's chicken then.
Never had it.
Never had it. Cookout.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never had it. Culver's.
It's pretty good. Have you had it?
Nope.
I would put it between Chipotle and Arby's. I think it's like a burger place, but it's like a little bit like elevated, and I don't know. They have really good like shakes and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I would put it in A between Chipotle and Arby's. All their shakes are like custard instead of like
Ooh,
I don't know. It's actually pretty good.
that sounds pretty good.
Good stuff.
All right. Del Taco.
Never been.
I've never been.
I think that's a
Denny's.
California thing.
Is it? Yeah,
Could
it
be
sounds
wrong.
like, yeah.
Denny's. I don't know, like C.
See, for you? Okay. I can't comment
just
on
like-
Denny's.
It's like it's the same as IHOP.
Right.
It's like identical, or
Okay.
like Bob Evans, or like any of those places. C. I mean, it's not. It's kind of shit, but it's like it's just breakfast food. You can't really fuck up like a pancake and like eggs that much bacon.
But they managed to?
And then you go in there at 3 a.m. and it's, it's what you'd expect.
All right. Domino's Pizza.
So I like Domino's.
I'm a Domino's fanboy. I'm going to put it in the S.
I think that's in S. Okay, I think that's fair actually. Like they've upped their game a lot in the last. Like I've gotten a lot recently, and I think it's the best of all the fast food pizzas.
Their pizzas are incredible. I get a bacon spinach pizza from them, and it's delicious every time. They don't fuck up the spinach, and I've never gotten food poisoning from them, which we're going to have a discussion about Papa John's. Their cheesy breads are incredible. Their fried chicken
Their thin
breads are
crust
great.
is like
Their thin crust
like
so
croissant almost. It's really good. Like
yeah,
flaky.
I just heard they started doing stuffed crust pizza, according to sources I've heard. Which, if that's the case, I need to get on that. And the one that I am across the street from at work, the people there are very nice, and they know my name.
Oh yeah.
Well, they have
There
to
you
put
go.
your name in whenever you put an order in, but they just know me before I walk in. They're like,
But that's
"Hey,
why they
it's-"
know it, because you punched it in.
Yeah.
Okay, DQ. I've never gotten anything besides ice cream there.
I've only ever gotten like their like McFlurry or their flurries or not McFlurries. They're what's it called? They're blizzards.
Blizzards. Yeah.
And they're incredible. So I would also put them in the best.
I've never had their like they do like burgers and hot dogs and things like that. I've
Do
never
they?
tried it.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like a fast food place, but like
Oh,
I've never done anything but ice cream.
I've only ever done their ice cream.
So it's kind of hard to rate. I mean, I guess if we're rating their ice cream, it's good.
It's the best ice cream.
All right, there you
Do
go.
it. Pollo Loco, El Pollo Loco.
Never had it.
Never had. Mad Lad says he likes their New York style, and I assume he means the Domino's. Firehouse subs.
So yeah, I have had it. It's good. I think Firehouse is better than. Well, it's definitely better than Subway. It's definitely better than like. There's like all these different sub places now.
Yeah.
I would say A.
Hey. Okay.
I don't know. It's a sub. Like, as long as everything's like fresh, they're just putting the things you ask them to put on it, right? You can't really. As long as all the ingredients are good, you can't really. The thing that Subway and Jimmy John's have that are different is like their bread feels like it's from like an alien world, or like if you had to try to explain bread to somebody who had never had it before and then they made it.
That's what it would be.
For Subway and Jimmy John's, yeah, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it doesn't taste like actual bread. It tastes like some other thing.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Hold on one sec. Looks like the stream has once again taken that weird dip it does.
Does.
What is with my internet? Back. Whoa, it's gone. This feels like a Twitch issue though. Like the fact that like our stream,
It might be.
like our conversation hasn't like you sound fine. Like you don't sound like a robot.
Yeah, you haven't dipped at all. It looks like it's back.
It's back now. Yeah, it's 30,000 kilobytes per second. It has to be a Twitch thing. Like something's bottlenecking. I don't know what.
Yeah.
We're hitting some sort of bottleneck. But anyways, Five Guys.
Okay. I have opinions. If it were just straight up the food, I think I would give it an S, but
I would
every
put
time I
an
eat it, I
S.
feel ill.
That is fair.
It's just so much grease. But that's a me problem, right? Like I don't have to eat a whole burger and a whole thing of fries. I could just
Yeah, the
eat a
fries,
normal amount.
they really give you, they just dump fries in that bag, man. Like,
Yeah.
they don't
I think it's
care.
an S.
It's an S for me.
It's if I can't control myself, that's a me problem.
Yeah. That I understand because I also can feel like shit if I have too much Five Guys, but their food is so good, so it's an S for me. They
Yeah.
have peanuts too. Their hot dogs are good too. I've had their hot dogs.
Oh, I haven't had that.
IHOP.
I might just be C also for me. I think it goes
C?
next to Denny's, and they're like interchangeable to me. How do you feel?
I have never had a bad experience with IHOP. I've tried out a
C
bunch
for
of
me
their
kind of
foods.
feels just like I feel nothing for them kind of thing.
That's fair. I would upgrade it to a B
But
personally.
Okay.
We don't have to.
Maybe-
but if you feel strongly enough. But,
No, you can do that, but I
okay.
think maybe
I'll keep it below
Denny's should go up
KFC.
with it.
Well, I can't comment on Denny's. I haven't had Denny's.
I know, but I'm saying that I've had them both, and I think they're kind of the same place.
Okay.
So if you think IHOP belongs there, I think Denny's should come along for the ride.
Okay. In-N-Out Burger.
You could put IHOP in B. I was just saying like
Oh, I
bring
did.
Denny's with it. In-N-Out.
You're-
Oh, sorry,
you're-
I have a little delay, I guess.
Yeah, you're on the delay.
In-N-Out Burger, it's really good. Their fries suck. Their burgers are really good, but it's also kind of like a little overrated.
It's all people like in California. Like whenever you have like a person who's like based in California, like In-N-Out Burger. I'm going to In-N-Out Burger.
But it is good though. Like they're doing like kind of like fast food, like smash burger kind of thing, and it's like
I never
a little
had-
bit like. I would probably put it in like a high A
above or below
or a
Culver's.
low S. Above.
Above Chipotle. Low S?
I think so. Yeah, put it at the top. I'd put it at the either a low S or a high A. I don't know if the chat has any opinions on this, but
Chat.
you know,
prepare to.
it's a little overrated, but it's also really good.
If we put
I
it
don't
in
know.
S, we're also overrating it. You understand? In a way, we're
That's
putting
true. Put
it
it
in the best.
Give it a high A.
Okay.
I need to maintain my hipster status of. I don't like it as much as everybody else in the world who
I would
likes
love to
it.
have it. I would love if I had In-N-Out Burger and I loved it as much as everybody else, because that sounds incredible. I've never had
It's good. Throw it at the top A. I think that's fair.
it. In-N-Out isn't here yet, says Mad Lad. Jack in the Box.
I haven't had it.
Haven't had. Jersey Mike's Subs.
I haven't had it.
Haven't had it. Jimmy John's.
I like Jimmy John's.
I like them. Yeah, they make good sandwiches. Like they're fresh tasting.
Their bread.
I'm not a fan of all
As
the
I was saying
ingredients
before, I
because of
don't-
like my food specificities, but like
fair,
what they make
yeah.
is good. Like it tastes fresh and it's good.
Their bread feels like some weird alien bread, but I like it though. It's weird. It's like it doesn't resemble bread, but I like whatever it is.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's a weird
like
thing.
Yeah.
I would put Jimmy John's in A
Eh?
personally.
Okay.
I think so, but I'd put it below Firehouse.
Okay. I like both Jimmy John's
How do you
and
feel?
Jersey Mike's, says Mad Lad. And I feel like Jimmy John's, I would put it in like a.
Oh, your audio cut out for a second. Put it where? Hello?
Jazz, haha, ooh, wow, haha,
You're
wow.
back. You're back.
That was weird. I did it twice that time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jimmy John's is fine. I can understand it being an A. Since I can only have some of the subs there, I'm not as thrilled about it. But their ingredients
Sure.
taste fresh, so I get it.
Yeah.
Jolly Bee.
Never heard of it.
There's one right across the street from a place that Gianna and I have like this. There's like a.
Oh,
There's
you guys
like
are
a
gonna have to go test it out.
We're gonna have to test it out at some point. I've been looking at it and been like, we should go sometime.
So he has a little like chef hat, but he's a bug. What is he? What I'm trying to think what the food is here before you tell me. Is it? He's a bug, but he likes to cook. And his hat is maybe kind of an Italian style thing. Is it like pizza?
It looks like it's Filipino fried chicken food.
Okay, not what I would have guessed.
Fried chicken, French fries, spaghetti, pies, burgers. Kind of sounds great.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Yeah, we want to try it, so I'm excited to give it a shot sometime when I'm down there,
Nice.
or up there, I guess.
We'll have to
North.
come back, revisit this list once you've tried the
Yes.
Jolly Bee.
Yes. Little Caesars.
I think Little Caesar. So this might be rude because Little Caesars is the Michigan thing.
Mhm.
But I think it's the worst of the fast food pizza.
That's fair. I think their personal pan pizzas are pretty solid, but
I haven't tried that. It probably would be a little bit better.
It is, but I mean, I haven't had their big pizzas.
I've eaten a lot of Little Caesars, and I used to really like. They have this like crazy bread that's just like grease sticks that are really addictive, but the pizza I think is the worst of the fast food pizza. I think every other place does it better.
Yeah. So, you want to put it like a C maybe or a B? How you feeling about it?
Put it under KFC.
Okay. Long John Silver's.
So when I was a little chubby boy, I used to love Long John Silver's, but it's kind of disgusting in hindsight. Every single thing is fried and breaded, and they serve you a basket of just fried breading, like
That's
pieces
awesome. That sounds
underneath your food. So you're just eating just fried.
great. That's the best part.
Just a bunch of grease and breading. You should go there then.
I should have. I've never been.
I don't know. I don't know where it actually belongs. I haven't tried it as an adult. I used to love it as a kid, but The idea of it kind of grosses me out now.
Should we put it into like the ratatouille column? Like you just never had like, you have to like go to a Long John Silver's and like eat and then be teleported back in time to your childhood.
I feel like it would put you into like you get poisoned by all the grease and you wake up somewhere else.
Yeah, he's having a fever dream when he's imagining his childhood again. He's not actually like he's food poisoned.
Yeah, I would just be fed the grease, and then I would just fall asleep and wake up in a different place.
Yeah. So we'll go never had.
No, I can't do that. I've had a lot of it. I just have to decide. I'm gonna put it in a low. I'm gonna put it in C.
Okay.
That's not fair.
McDonald's. What?
It's not fair. Put
Okay.
it. It's going in B. Going under Little Caesars.
Okay. McDonald's.
I don't know. B.
Yeah. Middle of the road.
Yeah.
Moe's.
Very middle of the road.
Yeah, it's middle of the road. Like
Never heard of it.
I've had. Oh, let's talk about McDonald's more for a second. It's fine. I've had their burgers. They taste good. Their fries are fine. It really does feel just like middle of the road. Like it's fine. It's reliable. It's bleh.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Their burgers
know.
have been better. Like at one point they were like, we're doing like different kinds of patties now, and their burgers are better since then for it. But
I do think I'd put it in front of KFC though.
In front of KFC,
Even though it's middle of the road.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree with
kinda,
that. I'm not a big fan of
Ugh.
KFC, in honesty. Yeah. But I like Checkers more.
That's fair. Okay.
The definitive
I'm good with
fast
that. I think
food.
Checkers is better than McDonald's.
Yeah. Mad Lad says the definitive fast food, which is a very good way.
I
of
mean, they
putting it.
invented the fast food.
Pretty much, yeah. Or they, yeah.
I
guess
think they did the first drive-through
Wow.
and the first like. I could be wrong. But I think they were one of the first to kind of do like. It might not have been the first drive-through, but they were one of the first like fast food restaurants.
Interesting. They're definitely like the first to achieve such mainstream sort of like presence.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's kind of copying their model.
Yeah. Moe's Southwest Grill.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Probably because we're not from the Southwest.
That would explain it.
Noodles Company.
Heard of it, never been.
Never been. Never heard of it, honestly. Panda Express.
So I'm sure there's things on their menu that's good, but in my experience, everything just tastes like weird, like sugar Chinese food. Like, I don't know. Not very good.
I never had it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I really haven't had it in like 100 years either. I don't want to vote on that.
Okay. Mad Lad says that Moe's Southwest Grill is like Subway for tacos, and that sounds pretty great.
Whoa. I'll have that.
I'll have that. Panera Bread.
It's pretty good. It's fine. It's expensive and you have to wait a long time, and like you have to like go through like a whole lot of steps just to get like some okay expensive soup that they like thought out, I think.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot actually. I'm a fan.
Okay.
I like their bread bowls. I like their sandwiches. I like their drinks.
Okay.
I'd put it above Jimmy
I
John's.
especially like that one lemonade that they have
that kill
kills
people.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
It's good shit. More of that.
I would put it
Makes me
above
feel alive.
Jimmy John's personally.
Okay.
Their bread bowls are
I'm
really
comfortable
good,
with
like
that.
for soups and shit, and like their soups are really tasty. I like to go get a soup, get a bread bowl.
It is good. I feel like every time I've gone, I'm like, why did I just spend like $30?
They can
I
be
don't know, it
kind of
feels
pricey.
expensive.
That's fair. That's fair.
Feels like they don't know whether they're fast food or a restaurant.
They're kind of
It feels like neither.
No, they're like trying to straddle the line between fast food, restaurant, cafe,
Yeah.
and they're not really hitting any of them. All right, Papa John's.
I've honestly never really had Papa John's.
I had Papa John's a couple times. Their pizzas weren't great. Whoa! Zone Dog just subscribed for 46 months. DQ is disqualified with that shiz up top. What? We've only had their ice cream, but we put it up there for the ice cream.
I also kind of felt wrong about that spot, but that's okay.
We don't have a qualifier.
Their ice cream's good.
Yeah. Papa John's, I've had like a couple times. Their pizzas were never like thrilling to me, and I got it mostly because of proximity. But then the one time I did get food poisoning from Papa John's, so I'm gonna put them in.
You should lose some points for giving
I'll
food
put them
poisoning.
in D. I once had a water from a DQ that was milky. Well, that's horrifying.
It should lose points for that.
Just for that alone?
They gave you the cup. You should order a water from DQ and make them do the upside down cup test.
That's right.
It's a requirement.
I got.
Give me my free water.
Yeah. PDQ.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Penn Station East Coast subs.
So I think of all the sub places we've discussed, I think this one is the one that I like the best.
Okay.
So I think I put it above Firehouse.
Okay. I've never had it. Never heard of it.
Pretty good.
Mad Lad says, well, it was Dairy Queen. You gotta have milk and everything. And that is fair.
Exactly. It has dairy in the title. What did you expect?
Yeah. Came out of the fountain milky.
Lactose-free water?
Zone Dog says.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, jeez. You want some water with that milk? Pizza Hut.
I haven't been to a Pizza Hut since the 90s.
It's been a long time for me. Their personal pans are delicious,
these
but
days.
it's been a long time.
They used to be awesome.
Yeah. I've had their breadsticks. Their breadsticks are still pretty great. I would put them in A. They're still good. I've had Pizza Hut recently enough and enjoyed it enough to say it was an A.
All right.
Yo, shout out to Schlotsky's.
Right.
Hell yeah, says Zone Dog. Oh, that's in here. Okay. Portillo's.
We haven't had Schlotsky's.
I haven't had Schlotsky's either.
Never been.
Never been. Well, let's put it in there. Portillo's.
I ain't never been to no Portillo's.
Or Portillo's, maybe?
Probably.
Potbelly. Sandwich shop.
They're around here. I see them all the time, but I have never been.
Never been. Qdoba is the one I've been to more than Chipotle, and I love Qdoba. I would put them in an S or an A.
Should probably go next to... Oh, okay. I think it should go next to Chipotle.
Okay.
You can put it in front or behind. I'll leave that up to you.
I'll put it in front.
Zone Dog, what is Schlotsky's? I haven't had it, but I'm curious about like some of these names. I'm like, I wonder what they serve.
It says bakery cafe, so they probably do like bagels and shit, like lox maybe.
Okay, I can read the fine print.
That's fair. You are looking at a smaller screen. Quiznos.
Quiznos. Do those still exist?
I don't know. I love their commercials where the guy's having sex with the sandwich toasting machine. But otherwise, I've had Quiznos.
That made you want to order food that goes through that same machine?
Yeah. And I would give it a solid B.
Okay. I liked it the like 2 times I had it, but then I feel like haven't seen the stores since. I don't even know where they exist. They're out there somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Quiznos in a long time. I've had it like maybe twice, but like I wasn't mad at either time.
I think it should be above KFC.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. That keeps being like a decider for me because I'm like,
Should
I guess
we put
I'm
KFC
realizing I really don't.
C?
I think it should go in C. I think it should go in C.
Okay, we're doing a.
I don't know.
Thing here.
KFC is just
this
not.
Tier list just had a
good.
big change. Are we?
I'm okay with this.
Are we okay? Are we keeping the A's as is as well? Has this modified the A's?
I think
at
everything
all?
else should stay where it is, but I think the shift, the KFC erosion that happened, I think that's fair. There's a little landslide. I think this is good. I think we're
Okay.
better for it.
Okay. Roy Rogers.
Never had.
Never had. Sparrow.
That's just like mall pizza. I think that should.
Yeah, I never had it, but I see it.
Has
whenever I'm
anyone
traveling.
ever eaten Sbarro not in a mall, not in a food court?
I've only ever seen it in like a food court where it's like we're traveling on the interstate and it's like those weird places where you like pull off to get gas and like eat food and survive.
Maybe D.
D? Have you had it?
I guess I haven't. Yeah, why am I getting? I'm judging books by their cover. That's not fair. That's not what we do here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you for keeping me in check.
Got it. You gotta. You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure about that?
Oh, our sound alerts are broken.
Yeah, our sound alerts
You
are broken.
sure about that?
There we go.
You sure about that? That's why?
Mad Lad
Let's get that
says,
sorted out.
yeah, Mad Lad says, so many of these I've never heard of. Same here.
Yeah.
Shake Shack.
Never been.
I've been. I'd give it an A. It's kind of pricey, but it's. So I'd put it like maybe with Panera, but it's an A. I would say.
Okay.
Sheets.
Never been.
I've never been. And like they're here. I'm closer to a
Okay,
Sheets
yeah,
than I am
you're-
a Wawa currently.
You're near the sheets.
Thank you for hitting that applause.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm feeding them in myself.
Skyline. I can't see what that word inside the thing is.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Sonic.
Sonic's good.
I do like Sonic. Hey?
Is it? It could potentially be a low. It could potentially be. I'm laughing at Dairy Queen being up there. I had an ice cream cone at Dairy Queen. It's the best restaurant. Oh, your audio's out again for a minute. Ooh,
Mic check.
Sonic.
Mic check.
You're back.
Yeah, Dairy Queen's feeling less like it's earned its spot each time we like.
Yeah.
Come on, I got this.
Oh man, they're keeping me going. Yeah, you got this.
So anyways, I like Sonic. I think it could go in a low A or maybe a high B.
I think it should be in an A.
Okay.
I would put it. I would personally put it like, I don't know, under Chipotle, but I don't know if you agree with that because you were saying B maybe. Oh, sorry, you cut out again.
I heard it. Yeah. It's been a while, but it was good.
Yeah, if I don't know, it feels like a little bit like above. The quality feels a little bit higher than some of these other spots.
Yeah.
Feels more like actual food sometimes. All right. What's next?
Steak and Shake.
I've only had their
Cheeseburgers.
shakes.
I can't
I've
comment.
only had their
Never
shakes.
had.
So that kind of is the Dairy Queen thing.
Should we put the Dairy Queen in basically never had because as much as we love their ice
I think
cream,
so.
we've truly never had Dairy Queen.
I think so.
Okay. Subway.
Subway, I would put in probably a B.
Yeah. I'd probably put it here. I like Subway, but it's not like incredible. That's the applause one again.
He's mad with power.
Because
Can't give him what he wants all the time.
He's not getting his lips affected, so we need to like start.
He's going rapid fire. He was
boy.
given lips.
Oh my god, we need to figure this out. My computer is
The
breaking.
economy's
Twitch now.
broken.
Yeah. Swenson's Drive-in.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Taco Bell. S tier, right?
S.
Yeah.
S. In fact, I would put it at the top of S.
At the top, I would put it below Popeyes. Maybe Domino. I love Taco Bell, don't get me wrong, but like these guys have been my homies for years.
All right. I'll accept second place. But
Second place.
I'm not
okay.
gonna fall. I'm not gonna take third with my
Okay.
little Taco Bell.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, Taco Bell is good. The Baja Blast is tasty. But that's just the Mountain Dew. But like, you know, they just have really good ass fucking food. I don't know what to say.
I like their food. Food's good.
Food's good.
I definitely have eaten at Taco Bell more than any of these places. I've spent more money there than any of these.
Fair.
I like my Taco Bell.
And you have every right to. Taco Cabana.
Thank you. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Torchy's Tacos. Family
Never heard of it.
good. Never had it. What did I say? Damn good. Torchy's Damn Good Tacos. Waffle House.
I've never been.
Never been. Actually, I was at a Waffle House once when I was on that tour with that band. They do interesting things with the waffles and stuff and how you serve them, or the hash browns. It was fine. It was like a C. I would put it with IHOP. It's basically an IHOP.
Zone Dog says it's an Austin thing. Well, I mean, hey man, other people get to eat there too.
Torchy's is dank. I thought that was an Austin thing. Interesting. Wawa.
Austin, you don't just get to decide that a restaurant is your thing. Like other people, it's open to the public. Wawa's great. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wendy's.
I like Wendy's better than like McDonald's and Burger King.
Oh, I would put Wendy's in an A at least. Austin says Wendy's is a personal S. I get that.
I like Wendy's a lot.
Wendy's is really good.
I think I agree. I think Wendy's should be an S.
All right,
I think I agree. I definitely go there more than a lot of these places.
I will say Wendy's has the
really
same
have
problem with Five Guys for me, where I feel like I'm gonna die after I've eaten it. You know.
Huh. I get their spicy nuggies there a lot. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I love Wendy's. All right, Whataburger.
Never been.
Never been. White Castle.
I haven't been to any of the things left in the list.
Okay, so even a White Castle.
Never been to a White Castle.
White Castle's a high D.
I would like to experience a White Castle. High D.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of sounds gross, but I still I'm curious.
Wiener Schnitzel, wings, Wingstop. You've never been to any of these.
I haven't been to a Wingstop. There's one right by my house, and I want to try it. Wingstop, but
and then for Zaxby's, Zaxby's is an S.
Okay.
It's really good.
It makes me sad. I've never tried it.
It's incredible. Mad Lad agrees that Zaxby's is an S. I'm glad to see. Yeah, Zaxby's is an S for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting that Dunkin' ain't on here. I would give Dunkin' normally a B, but I've also gotten food poisoning from a Dunkin' as well and almost died.
What kind of food do they have
at a C?
Like a Dunkin' around you?
Like
Dunkin'
egg sandwiches.
Is very different. Okay. It's very different over here.
Breakfast
They're not very
sandwiches of sorts?
popular, and the ones that are here are like kind of like low budget ones, you know, where they don't got much going on.
Right.
They're almost non-existent over here. It's interesting because I see them everywhere when I'm in your neck of the woods. So they're definitely more popular over there.
Yeah, they're way more popular over here, and they're quite robust. But that's the tier list that we have here.
How do you feel about this list?
I feel pretty okay with it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I think we made some good choices.
Yes.
I would maybe move. Nope. I'm locking it in. Feel
Locking
good.
it in? Okay.
This is well done. Well done.
We done did it.
We made hard decisions. We did what needed to be done. People wanted to know.
People really
And now they
value
do.
our opinions.
They do. Some places, I mean, we gave some of these low ratings, and they are going to probably close down and shutter within the year. You know,
Yeah.
KFC will not survive this.
White Castle,
sorry.
your days are numbered. You better batten the hatches on that castle
We're gonna see. You're gonna get sieged,
of
right?
people
Is that
leaving.
a thing with castles? Ian?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah,
Well, thanks everybody
right.
for joining us on this journey,
thanks
helping
folks
us
for
decide.
hanging.
I think the audience agreed with us a little bit more this time around than sometimes. They were madder on some of the other tier lists. Here they were kind of like, yeah, agree.
Yeah,
So
I think.
I'm glad we could all come together on this list.
Yeah. I'd be interested in trying out all these ones that are in the never had list. This would be an interesting sort of. It'd be interesting to fill out some of these tier lists. You know, like to revisit them and like
Yeah.
be able to give a proper answer on some of these. But you know,
Yeah, we always have more things in that slot than the rest.
it's the most popular slot is the never had. Maybe someday if we get the
We're just too
Patreon
healthy.
popping, the Patreon exclusive would be like the revisits or some shit like that.
Yeah, we'll go travel around to these. It's just the problem is a lot of these are central to like specific locations. You can't have them even if you want to. Like the majority of things on this list on the don't make or the don't have section are things that aren't even. I've never seen one before. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note,
Folks,
another one in the books.
another one in the books. Whoa. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching us judge foods that we've barely had
Yes.
sometimes. Thank you all for
Yes,
watching us
I'm hungry
draw.
now.
Much appreciated to all of you.
I have no food in the house, and now we just did this tier
I'm
list. I'm
starving.
thinking about all this shit. I'm gonna have to go out and get something now.
I'm
We'll be
sorry we
done.
did this to you. I'm sorry we kept you extra late too. This is like 10:41 right now. This is an extra long episode.
It is. It's an extra long one.
I didn't mean
Thanks to the few that hung out. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Mad Lad, Zone Dog, Gianna, Maddie F.
Z-Newts,
What's the Zenus? What's the guy
Lotus
that I
Clock.
banned? Lotus Clock.
Pelican Yawning.
Pelican Yawning. Thanks for still being here despite all my efforts to
Yeah.
keep you out.
We appreciate all of you. Thank you. And I'm gonna let's head out before my microphone cuts me off anymore. What do you say?
Sounds good. Thanks for watching,
Alright.
everyone. Bye.
Boy.
Bye.
Oh, wait, I forgot. We actually. Do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
Okay, me neither. We should end this show. This one going on extra long. Bye.
Bye.
Oh wait, the theme song.